I said, that same chicken that was now going away in pains turned back. Stanley bent down and the chicken started feeding from his palm. Said, that is what you do to your people, to marginalize them, then conquer them, then they will obey you. Is that what we are seeing in Nigeria? Is that why people will buy, will just be giving 10,000 naira, 5,000 naira, and a small mudu of rice, grains of rice and salt, Maggi cubes, and you go and vote for a person that you would not have voted for ordinarily? So I have said here in my paper, 35 pages, crazies, but not the demo. What are the forms of crazies? Have coined out. One is called electionocracy. What is electionocracy? Electionocracy is a form of government that we practice in Nigeria, where at every 4-year intervals, we have a ritual of going to the polls to elect or select our leaders. After selecting them, the leaders use the first 1 year touring around, greeting the people, thanking them. He uses the second year to construct some roads that will be washed away by the first rainfall, and build culverts, and build hospitals that will not be equipped. 2 years have gone. Then by the 3rd year, underground electionary campaign starts. So they have not governed. They have not given democracy dividends. I call it electionocracy. We have a second craze in Nigeria, which is not demo. That is judocracy. Judocracy is a form of crazy where presidents, governors, senators, and House of Representative members, and House of Assemblies, and chairmen of local government councils and legislators are conceived, incubated, and delivered in a course of law when litigation comes over election. So it is not actually the people that are voted for. It's not the candidates voted for by the people through the ballot box that may eventually turn up to be your governor or president.
Chukwu na afụ na ife afụ na nzuzo. Chukwu mara onye aka ya dị ọcha na onye obi ya dị ọcha. Nwoke si na ya ji ọfọ, nwaanyị si na ya ji ọfọ, mana ọfọ mara onye ji ya. Ụkpaka na-agba n'udo mmiri ọ chụrụ ọzụọ. Gaa n'ogwe o mechi ụzọ osi mpịara na azụ nwa igiriga ọgụ nke mmụọ. Ọ gịnị ka m ga-etu gị ka o zuolo gị? Asị m n'oge akara aka eluo, ịbụ mmụọ ka mmụọ, ibe ka ibe. Chukwu okike onye obiọma sị m unu binye n'oge akara aka eluo. Mmụọ niile m na-ejere ozi asị m unu binye n'oge akara aka eluo. Oke mmụọ, oke mmụọ, oke mmụọ. Oke mmụọ, oke mmụọ, oke mmụọ. Mmụọ niile m na-ejere ozi asị m unu binye elu. Tetenụ n'ụra, tetenụ n'ụra, tetenụ n'ụra, tetenụ n'ụra. Asị m n'ọnwụ unu nwoke bụ nwa eze Chukwu bụ ụzọ mba aka ji ọfọ Igbo. Ọzọ eme nte eme ime, ọsị m nọ ya nọ n'etiti unu taa. Ọsọ unu binye enu n'oge akara aka eluo. mmụọ na nna anyị ochie asị m gị binye mmụọ na-afụ na ife afụ na nzuzo asị m gị binye oke ọfọ ji eje ọgụ asị m unu binye ọfọ ndị Igbo niile asị m gị binye ọfọ ndị mmiri asị m gị binye ọfọ ndị ikuku asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị osimiri asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị na-ebe asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị idodi ikwu na-eme asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị amambara asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị osimiri nji aba asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị ala Igbo niile asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị ọgba asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị anike wawa asị m gị binye oke arụsị na n'ike ojuru nwa na-aga anị asị m gị binye n'oge akara aka eluo igirigi ọgụ mmụọ asị m na gboo dike mbọsị ihe ike mere ọ ga-achọkwa nwa dike asị m dododo unu binye unu bịa tara ọjị na chijiri eji efola asị m unu binye unu bịa tara ọjị na chijiri eji efola nna nna anyị ochie mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka anyị dị ndụ mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka ụmụ Igbo dị ndụ mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu dị ndụ mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka ụmụ Biafra dị ndụ asị m unu binye n'oge akara aka eluo asị m na gboo dike mbọsị ihe ike mere ọ ga-achọ nwa dike ọ sị na mberede nyiri dike na mberede ka o ji ama nwa dike ọ ya ka m ji akpọ unu n'isi ọhamadike bụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ya bụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu otu mkpụrụ anya ji isi ụgwọ otu ọnụ na-ekwuchitere mba niile ụkpaka na-agba n'udu mmiri na-agba n'oge nke ya asị m unu binye n'isi ya nye ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike napụta ya na eke napụta ya na orie napụta ya na afọ napụta ya na nkwọ asị m na ahịa akara aka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ na ahịa akara aka agaghị eri Maazị Nnamdi Kanu asị m unu ga-anapụta Nnamdi Kanu na eke napụta ya na orie napụta ya na afọ napụta ya na nkwọ asị m mee ka ọnụ niile kwụrụ njọ n'isi atụgharịa kwụ mma ka ọnụ kọrọ ogiri ọnụ kọrọ ogiri lacha Chukwu okike abịa ma onye jiri mmiri siri ike kpọọ aja were aja siri ike kpọọ mmadụ asị m na taata bụ ụbọchị eke n'ala Igbo asị m na eke ga-eketara Nnamdi Kanu ndụ eke ga-eketara ya nwere onwe oke ga-eketara ya ndụ oke ga-eketara ya Biafra oke ga-eketara ya nwere onwe oke ga-ekegburu ya ndị iro kegburu ya ajọ mmadụ na ajọ mmụọ asị m na mbọsị ọ ga-apụta ekwensu ga-anọ n'ụra ndị ilo ya ga-anọ n'ụra ọkwa na ekwe osu asị m gịnị bụ ekwe osu asị m na mbọsị ọ ga-apụta ya bụ ndị ilo ga-anọ n'ụra ọha bụ ndị ọha nwa bụ ekwensu asị m na ha ncha ga-anọ n'ụra na Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ike na ebube Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ike na ebube asị m na ọnụ kwụrụ njọ n'isi ya ga-atụgharịkwọ mma asị m ọbịa igbu Nnamdi Kanu gbuo onwe ya onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị adị ndụ onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị apụta onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri ọnụ niile kpọrọ ogiri ọnụ ga-akọrọ ogiri lacha osisi abụla oturu ga-emeche wee kwele onye asị na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị apụta asị m na ọnụ anyị ji wee kwuo ya na ike ejikwa ya wee kwugharịa mma n'isi ya asị m na ebe onye ahụ na-atụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu aka asị m aka gị ga-akpọnwụ osisi ahụ fọrọ Nnamdi Kanu wee tọọ nkwe asị m ikuku futuo gị anya ọbụla fọrọ Nnamdi Kanu kwawa akwa alịla asị m alịla akọ ya n'anya onye fọrọ Nnamdi Kanu cheta ihe gburu nwa ya ihe gburu nwa ya gbuo ya maka na ọ bụrụ ya gburu nwa gị Chukwu okike abịa ma asị m na mberede nyiri dike mberede ka o ji amanwa dike asị m na okirikiri ka a na-agba ukwu ose ọ dadị ukwu ose elu na okirikiri ka ndị iro ga-agba Nnamdi Kanu mana ha ama mkpata ya aka ọ sị na nkirikiri ka ọ na-ekiri odido jiri odido enyi ozu na ọkwanụ nkirikiri ka ndị iro ga na-ekiri ya mana ha ama mfụ ya anya asị m na eje anaba isi ije asị na Nnamdi Kanu ga-eje na ọ ga-ana asị m na inye anaghị eri ọba maka na inye n'ọba bụ nwanne inye agaghị eri Nnamdi Kanu maka na ọ bụ nwi asị na Nnamdi Kanu ga-adị ka echi anaghị agwụ agwụ maka na ije ejere bụ ije mmiri ọ bụrụ eje nkụ asị na ya bụ ije ga-abụ ije mmeri asị m na ọ ga-anata n'udo asị m na ọ ga-abata sirili welere asị m na unu ga-aga kpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu asị m unu ga-akpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu ga-akpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu ga-tụnye ugo ga-nye ya mmeri ga-nye ya mmeri ga-nye ya mmeri tụnye ugo n'elu ugo nye ike n'elu ike nye ya ndụ n'elu ndụ ọkwanụ ndụ ka o ji efu na efufe unu nye Nnamdi Kanu ndụ onwe ike wee kwụrụ jinjin onwe ike wee kwụrụ wee fuo na ofufe a sị na ya kara ka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ ihe mere ha ji jide Nnamdi Kanu bụ ka nwee ike wee megide ndị Igbo ka nwee ike megide ụmụ Biafra ka nwee ike wee kwuchi anyị ọnụ ka ha nwee ike wee kachi anyị ọnụ ka anyị ghara ikwu okwu ọzọ mana ama m na dododo Chukwu okike abịa ma ndị nwa na ndị nwe mmiri ndị nwe ikuku ndị nwe anyanwụ mmụọ nna nna anyị ochie mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka anyị dị ndụ mmụọ niile ọ kwafọrọ ọbara ha n'ike maka ihi Biafra asị m unu binyenu asị m unu dododo na ọkwa na unu bụ ihe nwe ike a ọkwa na unu ga-eji ọgụ mmụọ a ọkwa na unu ga-aga bori ahịa ọkwa na unu ga-aga napụta ya maka na ihe ọ tinyere unu n'aka anaghị ele ule asị m dododo igirigi ọgụ mmụọ eze nwaanyị niile nọ n'ala Igbo mmụọ niile nọ n'ala Igbo asị m unu binye maka na onwe onye nọ n'ụwa na-anaghị aṅụ mmiri, onwe onye nọ n'ụwa na-anaghị eri nnu. Nnu bụ ihe ụtọ si na mmiri wee pụta. Onye ọbụla na-eri ihe na-eri ihe dị na mmiri. Onye na-asa arụ ji mmiri asa arụ. Onye ọbụla na-eme ihe ọbụla ọ na-eme ji mmiri eme ya. A sị m ihe ọbụla mmadụ na-eme n'ụwa mmiri ọ na-ebube ụzọ. A sị m onye ọbụla kpọrọ mmiri asị na mmiri a ga-agbagbu ya. A sị m onye ọbụla fụrụ mmiri n'anya ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye ọbụla fụrụ mmiri n'anya ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye ọbụla mmiri na-awụsa n'arụ ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye ọbụla mmiri na-emesa n'arụ ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye na-aṅụ mmiri na-eri nnu asa iji wee elu okwu ọma n'isi Nnamdi Kanu n'aha Chukwu okike abịa.
Ise. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi, Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land. We are here live and direct today, being the 18th day of November 2022. Ubochi Orie is Orie market day in our land. Today is Friday, the 18th day of November 2022. Ubochi Orie. Therefore, I once again welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers, even your enemies. Do not deny them listening to this hallowed platform, because this is our rallying point. This is where it all started, and this is where we worship. This is where we enlighten ourselves. We preach the gospel of enlightenment, the gospel of emancipation, because this is the time for African awakening and emancipation. Genuine physical freedom comes through mental liberation. That is the reality. Because without liberating ourselves mentally, I'm telling you, if you get a physical freedom, it will be just one of those useless independence. What we do here is to enlighten ourselves, bring forth information which we urge you to process critically, subject it to the altar of reason, not to the altar of sentiment, no, but critical reasoning, critical thinking. That is what we do here. Therefore, we should understand that the problem we have is the way we reason. The way we reason. That is why black race is always at the bottom layer of the world ladder. Anywhere you go, any country you go around the world, wherever you see black people, as a group, as a community, as a nation, I'm telling you, they are always at the bottom layer. The apex is Africa, sub-Saharan Africa. You know why we say this always? To make you start reasoning. Why is it so? Why is it so? Because the problem is the way we reason. We need to change the way we reason. We need to reason critically. We need to remove sentiments and beliefs in our reasoning. We subject everything to the altar of reason. That is what made Europe to be the country or the continent they are today. Civilized, developed, advanced. If you understand. A time came in the lives of Europeans. They started reasoning. They started saying, no, God didn't, we believe in God, okay. But God, everybody came out naked, the same way, the same way, the same way. There is no person they born with suit, or they born in an extraordinary way. He came out wearing gold or diamond. No, no, no. Everybody came the same way. Now they start, but why is it that they are telling us, even in the churches, that there are people God choose to be your kings. They are born to rule. They rule, and after they die, either their sons they give to their sons or their daughters, and they continue. They don't suffer, whereas they themselves, the people, the peasants, they suffer. They work very hard and earns very little. But these people that say that they are born to rule, they work nothing. They live on the shoulders of the people extravagantly. Now the Europeans, they started nursing that idea, being risen up or rose up by just some few people. Say, come on, this thing is not normal. Why is it so? So that little opinion started expanding. People started discussing it everywhere. That time there was nothing like even microphone, neither radio. So people started discussing it and say, nah, what these people are saying is true. You know, somebody's opinion, it can expand to bring revolution. That is why when you see people, they say, okay, this is your opinion. You say yes. After all, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started as an opinion. He started this campaign. People, okay, it's your opinion, no problem, continue. But he convinced people, we weighed his words, all his preachings, and so no matter the way he was saying it, it doesn't matter the insult, everything, but you say the bottom line is that what this man was saying is truth. That is the bottom line. That is only what matters. It doesn't matter the tune we use. So when we weigh all the wordings, all the preachings in the altar of reason without sentiment, you see that what he was preaching is truth. That is what matters. So people started joining little by little. That opinion started expanding. It started impregnating people. People started taking it. We started, indulging in it. And today we all see how that opinion has become overall the way. Do you see how things happen? That is what we propagate here. So that whatever we preach here, you put it, weigh it at the balance of reason. No sentiment, remove sentiment. When you are weighing something in a balance, you make sure that there is no too much breeze depending on the balance, so that it will not shake it. Otherwise it will alter the result. You make sure the situation is okay. You understand? Now, because when you weigh what we are saying here with sentiment, either religious, traditional, atheism, anyhow, political, anyhow you call it, once you join it something by weighing it, you will deceive yourself. You will get a bad result, unreliable result. Do you understand me? But once you weigh what you are saying, you block every other sentiment. Say, no, come, let me think, reason critically. Now you see that you will come up with something positive. You understand? That is what we are saying here, and that is what we urge people to do. Therefore, our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in the enemy dungeon. The Sokoto Caliphate is trying to play pranks, delay tactics with our leader, but we are not going to take it. You understand? Whatever happens, we don't beg for our rights. What we are doing is legitimate. It's not something that is against the law. Self-determination is not against even Nigerian law, neither international law. It is there, sanctioned by the international and national law. That is why there is never no single IPOB family member arraigned in a Nigerian court that has been convicted, because what we are doing is legitimate. What I'm telling you is reality. Therefore, we must continue. Our leader must be released. Our leader must be released. I urge each and every one of you to continue in what we are doing, because we have no back to go to. We should continue without fear or favor. History will bear us witness that we did the right thing. You understand? Before I go to the subject matter of today, I will read some news headlines as usual, some news that made headlines. But before I also continue, I have to say this. If you are hearing my voice from any part of Biafra land, please remove yourself from criminality. Remove yourself from criminality. It doesn't pay. Criminality is not what we are here for. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never supported criminality. You could see there were some time ago, I don't know which part of Anambra State there was a report about cults, killing cults, on rampage, cultism. And he gave an order immediately for that to stop. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also said that the criminality is not allowed in Biafra. This IPOB championed the Biafra struggle. Listen, IPOB championed the Biafra struggle because we championed this struggle. There are many other groups, yes, no problem. But it is being championed. You know what is a champion? Leading, being led. We are the champion. It is being led by IPOB. That is why you see different criminal groups. They will never do without calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB, because they know that if they don't mention Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, no person follows them. So they will attach themselves as ectoparasites to IPOB. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our leader. And so that in order to deceive people, please, what we are doing is freedom fighting movements. We have our goal. Yes, that time it was that cultism. It was in Oba. I could remember. Yes, thank you, Mazi. It was in Oba. It's true. And our leader came up on air and shouted and ordered that it should stop. We don't need criminality in this struggle. Our leader said, anytime, any day you dive into criminality, say bye-bye to Biafra, because you corrupt the goal. That is why today I'm going to talk about army of volunteers. You understand? I will expatiate more. Any day, IPOB start indulging in criminality, because at the first time, let me tell you, many of us suggested that, oh, let IPOB, this is a freedom fighting, let us start robbing banks, let us start kidnapping big people, and they'll be paying money, we'll be using it, to advance the struggle. Our leader said, far, foul. Zebodiah, far, foul. That any day we indulge in this is finished. Bye-bye. Because he knows, he said he's ready. He is ready. He was ready before indulging in this struggle. He studied our mentality, Biafran's mentality, Igbo mentality, the Fulani mentality, the Nigerian mentality before indulging in this. Any day we left and started breaking banks, we'll be killing ourselves for the proceeds of the share. Maybe some officials, principal officers, this one will say, now what of which percentage? Wow, I heard that $15 million, so share it, I beg. It will now become our focus, and that is where my respect for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu increased, because he saw the future. Therefore, be you in Biafra land, you receive call from outside. I will pay you to just be doing what you are doing, and you're a criminal. You know that what you are doing, you are a simple criminal, and you receive call for people that will be giving you money so that just continue what you are doing. What are you doing? Kidnapping of our people. I saw on Mazi Chinedu page one woman, I think it's in all. When the kidnappers were caught, and he saw that it is even his own, just like a son, the same kindred, that kidnapped him for 4 days. Kidnapped her, an old woman like that. The woman was shouting, say, so it's you kidnapping, you asking for 14 million naira or 15 million. And he was talking how, just like her son. For you to understand that these people are stupid, I'm telling you. Any person that is suggesting for you or telling you that don't worry, don't worry, go and do this, I will pay you, we will be giving you money, know that it's not genuine. What we have is an army of volunteers, a volunteer army that has no salary. So our focus is Biafra. Do you understand? During the American Revolution in 18th century, when the 13 colonies were fighting against the almighty Britain, that time British military was the number one, the most powerful in the world, the navy, their navy, number one in the world. But 13 American colonies, they had the heart, the infantry, in order to challenge the world power that time, because they wanted to be free. And do you know the funniest part of it? They didn't have any standing army, no training. They don't know anything. Even many of them didn't know how to fire a musket. That time it was a musket. If you put this den gun, that time it was the highest weapon. You put in shebe, gunpowder, use what do you call it? The stick or the rod, a soya, tiang bragade, tiang this and that. Now, you start charging it again. Many of the Americans, the colonies that time, they didn't know how to even fire a musket. But it didn't stop them, because they were on a mission to liberate themselves. You see, children almost. If you study the history, you will cry. Children that didn't, but they went and died for people to be enjoying today. For future generations of today to be enjoying, to be proud to be called Americans. That is a volunteer army. That is what we are. Therefore, if you are in Biafra land and you receive a call, diaspora, Okay. Just don't listen to IPOB leadership. Just be doing what you are doing. No person can control you. Know that you are on the wrong path. You are working for the Sokoto Caliphate. Because that is the idea they use. Our focus is Biafra. We don't pay. IPOB don't pay money. We don't pay. It's a voluntary work. You understand? People that future say we are building future sense. When in the future, when Biafra is restored and developed, in the future generation, you'll be answered. They'll be calling you Saint Okori. Yobala ya iyo. Saint Emeka. Yobala ya iyo. That is what we are building today. You understand? It is not about money. Therefore, you see these people that are kidnapping our people in our land. They are our own people. You have a gun. All you do, to settle land disputes, you'll be corrupted. Some people will hire you to go and kill their enemy or their neighbor that is, disputing a land with them. And you go. You see people, you answer their ESN, they are not. I urge people hearing my voice, communities, any person that come, because ESN, even they don't even talk, you don't see them even. Any person that come rob or to tell you, give me money, I'm ESN. If you have the village vigilante, please, because IPOB doesn't operate like that. ESN doesn't operate like that. These are criminals. Criminals being sent by politicians. Let me tell you what they are doing. Just like I will read on the news. They said they killed 13 people in Aguata, which later become fraud. Innocent people, they will carry innocent Igbo boys and kill them and label them ESN. You see? I will read the news. Now, all these people, the worst part of it, the kidnappings that are being done by our Igbo people in our land, those criminals that are the criminality, those that are being sponsored by politicians, know that you are working for the Sokoto Caliphate. Why India Geji Hana who Fulani headsmen you know here, no kidnap, no bu our people. Why don't they go after them? India, the people they are powerful for is against our own people. Don't you see that these people are agents? They are foolish and stupid set of people. Gowon said if he knew or he understands the Igbos just as he did today, that he wouldn't have spent a lot of the money he spent fighting, buying weapons. No. He would have given a fraction, just a fraction of that money to some Igbo people, few Igbo people, and they will kill themselves. That is what is happening today. The idea that, when we holler it here, you think that we are talking it for talking sake. That is the idea they are using. Not only on the higher level, but even lower level. Criminals will be giving gun and say, oh yeah, continue kidnapping your people. Kill them. Let them pay ransom, you take. If they pay ransom, you take. Don't worry, we support you. We will cover you. And you are doing it. You don't know that you are working for the Sokoto Caliphate. Don't you know that? Because you are foolish. That is why. Therefore, any person that comes and starts asking you money or pay money, support Omochineke. How much do you have to support ESN? Know that person is a criminal. You call vigilante if there is a way they capture that person or those group of people. They are not working. What they are doing is they are causing more harm. Let me tell you. Do you know that some international bodies, when they look at that type of situation, it makes them, they become confused. Who are killing these people? When you show them, they say they are people. They are Igbos. You understand? Now they say, what is happening? I thought that they are there fighting to be liberated. Now why are they killing themselves? Why are they kidnapping old men and women in their community in order to ask for money? Is that they become confused, I'm telling you. So you see that these people are causing more havoc to this struggle than we think. Anybody that tells you to give him money using IPOB or ESN, know that that person is an enemy. If there is a way you can corner and capture that person, corner and capture him, and he will confess. He will start telling you really what he is, who he is. And stop being deceived. Do not be ignorant also. That is why you should be listening to Radio Biafra London. Criminality is out of the question in this struggle. What we have a focus. Our focus is the restoration of Biafra, not money. You see, anybody or group of people, anybody that enter into this struggle with another thing as a collateral, as a, with the intention of money before God and man, that person, one way or the other, something must make you back away from this struggle. I have noticed it. Something must vex you. There is a way a day will come, you'll be provoked and you will run. You will run away from the struggle after you turn against IPO. Just watch all of them. But some people that used to call and now buy people, human being are talking. They will call. One that time he started calling from little time they give him, he started giving little orders. I said, nah, this man, where he's going, let us checkmate him. Because when you see somebody start calling and giving orders, just ordinary calling, then after he's giving orders to the leadership, not suggestion but order, a kind of, he can use soft. We understand now. Today, where is him? Where is him? These are people that don't abide by the structure. They don't abide by the rules. You can't control them because they come to this struggle with another motive, with ulterior motive. Some come to wangle their way at the top, to be commanding. But it's not like that. It's not like that. That is the reality. Some come to make contact. Some come for money. I say, without you being genuine, one way or the other, something will happen and you become provoked and you will fall away. The group of anti-IPOBs. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our leader. But we know the way they work, we know. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not outside. Now when he comes out, now you see how they will turn and start attacking him direct. By that time, the people they deceived, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our leader, they will be in a purgatory, in a limbo. Mazi, he don't know what to do again. Some of them, they could continue, they could continue turn into a job more, because they know that if they come, shame will not allow them. So what am I saying? No criminality in this struggle. Do not allow yourself to be used. We are these people, let me say it again. All these criminals, if they are doing something, even Naga attack our enemies in our land, it would have been palatable. But the people they are attacking, killing, are still our own people. That is where I'm surprised. That is the thing baffles me. nke ṅụcha mkpụrụ mmiri dutu o ji ekwe n'aka ya werezie ya turn to their neighbor, ya, you know, ya jiten, he get him 15 million. And let me tell you, if people look at this Christmas time, you know, many Biafrans wants to come home. And for your information, Biafra region is being sustained mostly by people in the diaspora. What I'm telling you is a fact. It's a fact, known fact. Because nothing is happening there. You know, the caliphate makes that place unlivable. And now, what they are doing is using criminals in our land together with the Fulani headsmen that is there in our land to commit atrocities. Now, when you scare people that should come, reach our home, go to the Biafra lands, do you know what? People will come back from abroad. They will not come back to East. They will be in Lagos and Abuja. And even their families will go there to see them. Now, do you know what it is? Because this is simple economics. The money that they should spend in their village, the person that is frying akara, that he will buy and take change, no problem. Frying granuts, he will buy granuts, he will buy oba in our land. That money will be circulating, but once people didn't come, you know that that money they spend it another place. They use it in Lagos, they will use it in Abuja, they will use it in other places other than our region. And you know what will happen? People suffering will become more and more because there will be no circulation of money. That is economics. Do you understand? And you don't know. That is why all these people that are being used, criminals, they don't know the harm that they are causing. When you see a brother, a sister, now it's him, you want to hijack, snatch his or her car. You want to start, you kidnap him or her, start asking him, how much are you going to support ESN with? And you know that you're a simple criminal. Stop being used by these politicians. What they are doing is trying to blackmail IPOB to dent our image. That they are now criminal gangs. They are now criminal gangs. You understand? They will come up. We catch them with ballot papers, been INEC materials. What an insult! Because that is what they want. They will send their thugs to go and do something. After they will corner them and catch them, they will kill some and label it as long as it is in the east, in Biafra land. They will say it's IPOB, it's ESN. Do you understand? Stop making yourself available to be used. You don't know the enormity, what the harm you are causing to everybody. Because when people living abroad cannot come home in this Christmas, the region is in a mess, bigger mess that you can think of. When people now start avoiding East because of your character, because you now threaten people for nothing. You know, people will stop coming and people will start avoiding. Instead, they will stay in other places and spend their money all those places. Money will not circulate and sufferings will multiply. Please be reasonable. ESN doesn't ask for money from anybody. ESN doesn't ask for money from anybody. Neither they kidnap, no. Do you understand? What we do, we are an army of volunteers. Let me go into some news headlines. Advocacy group for alleged witches condemns killing of 20 women by Boko Haram over alleged witchcraft in Borno. You know, this type of news, it doesn't go viral. Do you know how they kill these women? They carry them, slaughter them like chicken with knife. They cut their throats. Do you understand? But it didn't go viral. Why? Because no, it's not IPOB. It's not IPOB. So it didn't go viral. Atrocities that are happening in the north, my goodness me, you know, they try to play it down so that people will focus on, oh, it's in this east, in southeast, it is their IPOB. That is what they are doing. That is their you know, their tactics. But we know a woman that has children, everybody is born of a woman. Now you carry a woman, say it's a witch, and they tie the person and use knife, slit the throat. Imagine that type of agonizing death in this modern time. Atrocity. Imagine that type of atrocity in this modern time. That is what happened, and is happening in Borno and many other parts of the north. In some parts of the north, the terrorists, they are governing the place. People are paying tax to them to farm for a living, house farm for your security. But all those things don't make news in a Chinese television. No, because it didn't fit don't fit the narrative. It doesn't fit the narrative of the agendas, the caliphate. Oh, everybody's focus is, oh, IPOB, oh, in the east, oh, IPOB, oh, in the east. You understand? But horrible things are happening in the north. A civic organization, Advocacy for Alleged Witches, has described the killing of over 20 women for alleged witchcraft by the Islamic jihadist group Boko Haram in Borno, northeastern Nigeria, as shocking and condemnable. It therefore called on President Muhammadu Buhari's administration to take adequate measures to protect women across the country. Sahara reporters have reported that the women, numbering over 20, were killed on Tuesday after they were kidnapped from Goza community in Borno by members of the dreaded Boko Haram Islamic sect and labeled as witches. It was learned that the women were labeled as witches following the death of the children of a Boko Haram commander identified as Ali Ngulde. Boko Haram commander Ali Ngulde slaughtered about 20 women by slitting their throats after accusing them of being witches in Borno. You see it? A military source told Sahara reporters on Tuesday. Do you see it? And what were the military doing? Where is the security in the north? Where? Because they are being sponsored by the Nigerian government, the Sokoto Caliphate. They have their blessing. That is the truth. These women, they are dead. They are killed. They are dead. They are gone. They slaughter them in the most horrible way, most primitive way, slitting their throat. Imagine it. And the women, they will be shouting, and their shout blood will fill their mouth, and that's it. Painfully, they die. Have you imagined that? Women say they are witch. They are. You see, these are Boko Haram, Islamic terrorists, ISWAP, that are killing the indigenous people, indigenous population. Let me tell you, when you hear this, it is the Fulani that are killing the indigenous population. But it doesn't make news. They will rather remove them. You know, anyone captured, they will say they are radicalized and detain them, put them back into the military. Do you see why we want to get out of that hellhole? Nigeria is a hellhole, honestly. Let me go to another news, please. Let me go to another news headline. Okay. I'm coming Late Nigerian Army General Obole James crushed to death by a drunk soldier. That drunk in a quotation mark, which means it's not clear. It's a general. When you read it, you see that you know the Fulani, the Sokoto Caliphate, they know how to do their thing. As they quietly poisoned Dr. Obadiah Mailafia. Britain is there to give them what they need, or even America. Because let me tell you, even America is complicit. United States of America is complicit to what is happening to us. They are there now sucking our oil. The greed in capitalism is too much. Oh, Chineke, the most powerful country in the world, you see, they are stealing from the poor masses, from the poor, miserable people. And they will tell you that, oh, this and that. They are complicit. American government is complicit in what is doing us. Have you forgotten that Obama campaigned directly? They brought a letter to Buhari for Nigeria, so that they sign everything and they put their pipe. Have you forgotten how many billions of dollars worth of crude oil that are being siphoned illegally? The money being paid through American Bank, Chase Bank, West Fargo, all these banks. Do you know that? Have you forgotten? Very few discovered it. And this is a very powerful country. A very powerful, the most powerful country in the world. That is why sometimes when you look at this, capitalism, oh, you say, God, this thing is greed. They call it name. They just call it another name, but it's greed. How can America? How? It seems Britain, United Kingdom is being at the shadow now. America is that is why they give $50 million for election in Nigeria. I said it yesterday. You think that they give there is a free meal in Freetown, America, with their own vast oil wells in both Alaska, in Texas, everywhere. They are not filled up. They are not okay. They want more. Do you see it? And the people are dying. They come, give them $50 million for electioneering and all. Let me tell you, the Cuban Revolution was caused by the corruption being sponsored by America as of that time in the 50s. America turned the then president of Cuba, Batista, as a vassal. They make you come and steal, anything. Cuba now belongs to America at that time. When you study history, you discover many things. They call Cuba, Fidel Castro, bad names. Oh, this and that. Oh, Russia is a communist. But the Cubans, we are suffering because of America. Do you understand that? And Fidel Castro, he didn't want to be a communist. He took over by revolution and secretly begged America, support me, please. I want to sanitize our country, so that you live in peace and we live in peace. America say, who is this man? That is when Soviet Union stepped in. Do you understand? Remember the war of Bay of Pigs, where America was humiliated because Russia know what they knew. Soviet Union know what America knew. Till today, that's why they respect them. If Russia is an ordinary country like maybe Spain, Italy, or any other country, America would have bombed them or given them ultimatum to get out of Ukraine. But the Russian foreign minister told them, say, you want to defeat Russia? Oh yeah, come and defeat us. Come and relegate us now. Do it practical. Let us see. And people they are sponsoring, but secretly. No person wants. It's a secret war, because Russia has something they know. They know. Unless they want to destroy everywhere in this world. So what am I trying to say? The greed in capitalism. Capitalism is good. But the greed in it is too much. How can America be sucking Nigeria oil? America have oil. Even Russia, Russia today have their oil in Siberia. They don't steal from Africa. Let us call a spade a spade. Here when we preach, you go and make your researches. They don't steal oil from Africa. But America, the most powerful country in the whole world, they still steal from Africa. America planted, in Liberia. Liberia is half America. You know that? Normally Liberia should be even a developed country. They had their independence, I think, 1822 or 1823. Liberia, you are seeing. People from America came there under James Monroe, when he was in power. And, they're supposed to build a civilization. But when you look at it, you see, you don't know why. To God, you check, oh, wow, that's why we should be, we IPOB, we should be wise. That is why anywhere you are, please stop making enemies by taking people's flag that doesn't even care whether you are alive or you are dead. Take your host country. Anytime IPOB you are doing something, take your host country's flag and Biafra flag. Finish. Stop using any other country because of religious sentiment or Nnamdi America. Nothing. They want you to perish. Look at Liberia. Look at Liberia. Firestone entered and made Liberia a farm. They planted rubber before this synthetic rubber came out. Liberia was American farmland for Firestone. Firestone that makes tire. They get their raw materials there, and they impoverish the people. We should say the truth. Why these people, they don't have mind? They don't have conscience, for goodness sake. And they claim that they are the conscience of the world, that they are moral, this and that. That is rubbish, for goodness sake. What they are doing in our land is condemnable. They should allow us to develop. They should allow us to develop. They should remove their hand, because they are misusing the grace given to them by nature, by Okike, by Chiko Okeabiama. They are misusing it. I'm telling you, they are misusing it. They go to poor countries and steal people that they're supposed to help. They steal it, and they will be eating and dining with their politicians. They did it with Batista of Cuba, and that is why Fidel Castro got annoyed and built an army from radio broadcast like this inside the bush. Because bad thing doesn't last forever. Nothing lasts forever. There must be somebody that will come out annoyed and say, no, enough. Somebody have to do this. Just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Somebody must sacrifice his life and say, no, enough of this nonsense. We should stop this. Because America was eating and dining with the Cuban politician. Oh, democracy. Oh, we promote democracy. I don't want to use F word, please. I'm talking to the public. We are promoting democracy, 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 but they are, killing everybody. Only that they are supporting, they are eating and dining with the political class. Finish. To the detriment of the whole population. That is why, without the population rising in Africa, nothing is good. Nothing is going to be good. Revolution, there is no way we can avoid it, whether you like it or not. This thing they call democracy, they bring to their version, they bring to Africa, they bring to Nigeria. It can never solve Africa problem. Take it to the bank. Africans must rise up. The people that are suffering must rise up in order to kill all the politicians in their land. I'm telling you. Because what they are doing is horrible. They make people to suffer. When Fidel Castro successfully pushed away through the barrels of gun. Batista, the Cuban president, he went to America and begged them, say, look, now, because that time, the refinery there in Cuba was owned by Texaco. You know, Texaco is American company. They are the people that are commanding, doing everything. And the Cubans, we are suffering in poverty. Fidel Castro begged the American government and said, please, I want us to be friends and friends and friends. So that two of us you'll be progressing in your land, I'll be progressing. All of us will be happy and friends. We are neighbors. America said, who is this idiot? He said, okay. If Fidel Castro brought crude oil for it to be refined in Cuba land, Texaco said no, they are not. They closed their refineries. They said they are not refining. You know, in this world, they use everything as a weapon. It's allowed. Everything is used as a weapon. It's the Fulani that understand this. Now I know the indigenous people in Nigeria are very stupid and foolish. They don't understand what is war. Anything could be used as a weapon of war. Texaco, America said no. They locked their ships that brought crude oil to Cuba. We are in the docks waiting. No fuel, no PMS, no gas line. You know, America want to use it as a blackmail so that the people when they suffer fuel scarcity, they will grind the country to stand still, and now the people will rise up themselves to overthrow their government, Fidel Castro. And that time they will go on TV and say, yes, oh no, this is a dictator, you want to impose it on Cubans, and Cubans, they have taken back their country. That is all they do. The same thing they wanted to do to Robert Mugabe. People were condemning that man because they don't know him, because they don't understand what the man was fighting. They don't understand. That is why, you know, they use Africans to fight him also. Very useless way. So Fidel Castro was following America, begging them. They were doing kind. Now immediately he sent the emissary. They went to the Soviet Union that time. Russia, I'll be calling it. They went to Russia. Russia was laughing. He said, I thought that we are waiting for you to come. We are ready to help. You know. Immediately they refined their things. Russia have everything. They did the service, bring their protection. Before you know, their nuclear submarine is even to the surprise of America. It's already in Cuban waters waiting. Say, oh yeah, take your bold action and pursue these people. Let them go. You know, nationalize the American company. Nothing, the heavens will not fall. If they want to fall heaven, we will show them that we have a nuclear weapon too. We are to your back. At that time, Fidel Castro said, okay, now I therefore now. That is the problem Cuba have with America till today. So that when you don't know it, when you don't study history, you'll be blaming people that are victims. Do you understand? Because of the way CNN twists it, because of the way Fox News, BBC, all these Washington Post, the way they will write, because they are fighting with everything they have. They are fighting with it. So, now Russia became a partner to Fidel Castro. They say, okay, we'll help you, but you run our type of government. And what is the type of government? Communism. America pushed Fidel Castro into communism. That is the reality. Now, America now tried, I think it was, what is the name of the president? The one that was killed. 1962, 63, 61, 62. Why sometimes the thing enter my head, but after this guy, this American president, he sent a plan with Cuba. You know, he gave them Cubans a free visa. That is the same way Britain said, Biafrans, okay, you are welcome to London, we will give you asylum. That is what enemies can do. You think that they love you. They want you to be scattered and perish. From scattering, you lose your nomenclature. No more. They start giving, they say, America say, okay, visa waiver to any Cuban that managed to run away from Cuba and enter America. Automatically, you are granted residence. Only Cuba. And the thing attracted many Cubans to start moving to America, running away into America. From there, they started formulating them, turning them to be an army that can fight Castro. And they formed an army with the American help. They sent them in where they call the Bay of Pigs to start from there to come to invade Castro. They don't know that whatever they are planning, Russia was watching them. Everything they are doing, Russia is already they know everything. They have the knowledge. They are listening to every of their conversation. When they sent the military at the Bay of Pigs, Cuban military were there waiting for them, standby. They just allowed them to land before they start taking their rifles, preparing. They just John F. Kennedy, yes, the time of John F. Kennedy, John F. Kennedy. That was the president that time that committed the blunder, John F. Kennedy. When they arrived, Cuban military were just there waiting for them. See, on a don't come, they slaughtered all of them before even they could be able to prepare to wear their boots. They killed all of them. That was the war of the Bay of Pigs. Cubans, they slaughtered them and captured the ones they captured. From that time, they know that America now understand that things are no more easy as before. They are not fighting Cuba, but they are fighting Russia. You understand? So we should be careful in blindly doing things. The people we think that they are, they should be at our back. These are the people that are stealing, causing more harm to us, and they will come and laugh. We should be wise. I'm telling you honestly, we should be wise. We should be wise. You see, this Biafra restoration, it will be something that maybe the way some people might think it will go like that. Before you know, one thing or the other, one thing will happen. Some people will be in shock. So we should be wise. I'm telling you. That is why here we don't do things with sentiment. Sentiment kills. What matters is your benefit, our collective benefit. Who serves our benefit, that is who we follow. Even Israel, you are seeing, Israel is supposed to be a communist country. Let me tell you, because Russia, the Soviet Union supported their going. The first batch of people that went out in the Exodus in 1948, mostly we are Russian Jews. America was even afraid of them, that they are communists. Don't you know that? They don't want to do anything with the Jews. Let me tell you, with the Israelis you are seeing. But Israel, they turned back and said, look, we want to be friends with America. That is why Russia we refer to them as betrayers. I'm telling you, till today, secretly. You understand? They did something in order to get the trust of the Americans, the CIA. When they were able to get hold of, is it MiG 17 or 16? The Russian MiG that committed a blunder that outsmarted everything American aircraft during the war of what do you call it? The Vietnam. That time Russia was number one on the A. So America, they want to get that technology, the technology in that MiG, because once they are on A, any other fighter jet is afraid of it. They'll shoot you down direct. In the 1960s, 67, 68, during the Biafra war even. You see this world they are seeing. When you look at it, it never is not since 1,000 years that it developed. It just started yesterday. You understand? Do you know that time the radar they have was not as perfect as now? No iron dome. All these things happen in a space of just decades, just few years. Everything changed and become, authentic like this. That is why I am afraid that we should never be left out in the development in our world advancement. Otherwise, I say we as black Africans, when Fulani Caliphate is still making everybody to behave like Nama, using the primitive medieval cattle rearing system of nomadism, whereas the world is moving at the speed of light, advancing with the speed of light. I used to say this, remark it, we should match up with time. Otherwise, if black race continue without development, continue moving backwards like Nigeria, a time will come in the next few decades, people will be coming from America to buy Nigerians as pets. What I'm telling you, if it's funny, but just think about it. They will come and buy, they can buy them, carry them, to keep them in the house, to be just making them funny. Keeping them as pets, because and be giving them food like animals. You know how you keep, they'll do passport for them, buy them as pets and go back to America and go back to developed countries. Because when you look at the backwardness, is too much. Ordinary electricity we don't have. Nigeria don't have electricity. In this modern time, that if you liberalize electricity in Biafra land, every community will build their own system of electricity. I say every Biafran land. Every community in Biafra land. After all, we build schools and give to governments. Do you understand? We build institutions and give to governments with community money, not government. That is who we are. But they continue keeping us down so that they destroy our nomenclature, our natural values. That is why something like Saturdays, we are still going to preach on upholding our values. When people don't understand it, they don't understand it. People think that our value is going to kill a goat and sacrifice and get money. That is rubbish. These are things started by Christianity in our land. Money ritual. They are the money ritualists. You see this Christian religion. They are in our land. They are the money ritualists. When they tell you that just pray, take this olive oil, go to your market, pour it, you will see customers will come too much. Is it not ritual? But when they talk about it, you don't understand. You think, hey, they push it to us. What we are talking about, our value, our pure value that makes us to develop the way we behave, the way we think in our natural way. Not all this rubbish they are bringing at. They learn all this rubbish from pastors and that Jews saying now you can even use this religion to make money. So they go back to tradition and say, everything is money. You can get money if I kill and wash you in the river. So that all these are rubbish. I'm telling you. That is charlatanism. Just the same way the Christians, what they brought, they corrupted our nomenclature. And we are acting in that way. But we must sanitize it. So what we are saying is, we should be open to every culture. I mean, when I mean by culture, to every country. We should be open. That's it. Gone is the time. Look at people that we are, killed, slaughtered for Trump, out of excitement, out of ignorance. Ignorance, honestly. Biafra. Nobody will give you Biafra but by ourselves. Countries we support, yes. But when they see the maximum effort we put, not all this criminality that is going on in our land, that all these boys, they will corrupt them with money. Now some say, any person that will give us money, say we fight. Now that type of Biafra we go fight for. That is, you see, ignorance speaking, stupidity and foolishness. You see it. And all these people that are doing all these things, they don't know. They are being used by the caliphate, giving them money, but they don't know. Because you are gullible. We must continue. The Nigerian Army General Obole James crushed to death by drunk soldier. I say they have maybe there is a blockade in something against the Fulani Caliphate. They arranged for his death. He's a drunk driver in the military barrack. And they kill him. The same way they killed the Yoruba, the Yoruba girl, pilot. The very bright Yoruba pilot, or helicopter pilot. They arranged and killed her. In a barrack, say no, he's a drunk man. He killed her and they jammed her in the car, and we have arrested her, the man and the killer. And these people, they know how they will go to the parents. They will send the secret service. They go to the parents and warn them, give them say, name your price. We love you, so we are going to give you 1 billion naira. To forget you suffered to train this girl, but it's in our hearts, so don't talk about this anymore. Come to the public and say that what we do as investigation is the reality. And they went to the media to say it. They use their daughter and do money ritual. That is the very sad way, pathetic state that we are in. This other man, they have killed him. Maybe there is one. If you check, if we have investigative journalism or journalists like Delegiwa, he will enter there to check what went there. What is the problem? There's one other army, is it Navy officer? The general that time they killed. They say I think he was under Jonathan. I've forgotten the name of that man. I've forgotten the name of the man. They said, they killed him. He's armed robbers. They throw him one land in whether in Abuja or in Lagos, and they carry money to go to pay cash, and they killed him. They shoot. They don't even know that it is him. This and that, and he gone. Once the Fulani Caliphate want to kill you in Nigeria. As their servants, they know how to take go another thing. This man, they have killed him. It's only Biafran's IPOB in your hand. Do you think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they didn't want to kill him? But they can't. And I'm on your own news. On your side, one of the Amaga and that is get it the one. Not the chop again. That is what IPOB is on them. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represents. Do you think that the Fulani Caliph, they are enemy number one in this world, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB? Do you think that they keep him there just they want him alive? We must continue. Apart from him and IPOB, any other people they want to kill, they kill with ease. Some they give them quiet poison supplied by either American Secret Service or Britain, as they did in the case of what do you call him? Obadiah Mailafia, the man I love so much. His death baffled me. I was annoyed at him. I'm telling you. They'll give you that poison and you die. The person will die as they say is a natural cause. They have poisons. This type of poison they will give you. You develop one natural sickness. Before you know, they diagnose. You say, "Ah, you have this cancer." They will be treating cancer. The person, few days, the person will die. Is it not how they killed Bob Marley? If not the confession of the CIA agent that killed him direct at deathbed. The man want to die. That's how they do. The man wanted to die, and he have to confess at deathbed. Because there is nothing, they cannot take him to court. They cannot kill him again because after all, he's dying. So he said that he is the agent, he is the person that killed Bob Marley, that introduced the poison. He bought a shoe, one pair of shoes to him, canvas. And inside that pair of shoes, they have whether small nail or needle. Where his leg, if you put it, now he give him, he said, "I brought you a birthday gift." He give him the carton and he open it. He said, "Try it. Try his shoe." They put, once he put that the one leg, once he put the leg, he say, there's something that he say, "Oh, hey." He removed the leg. The man laughed inside him. He said, "It's gone, it's finished." And within few days, Bob Marley was diagnosed with cancer, lung cancer. And they say, "Oh, he smoke too much. He smoke." You know, this world is, the more you look, the less you see. The only remedy is for us to be advanced and powerful. You know, when you are advancement in intelligence means even creation. That God you think that is in heaven, in where you don't, is intelligence. Our brother rightly said it one time. He called, I listened attentively. He said, intelligence is God. So when we are working towards intelligence, towards advancement, it means that we are going towards God. You don't know that. But when you believe as a stupid, foolish person, you will be falling. What do you know? You believe, you'll be dying. Because you are against God even. Don't you know that? Intelligence is God. Intelligence. So we walk towards intelligence. That's the only thing. You know, with intelligence you can rule the world. Because why the CIA killed Bob Marley? You know, that was during the Cold War. They said he have too many supporters, too many followers around the world, even their enemies. That is the Soviet bloc. We are following him. So they can use him in order to fight capitalism. So that is where they say, this man, we need to eliminate it. You know, they used to, where the secret chambers, they used to talk about who to eliminate. You're surprised. But that is why they are powerful. So the only remedy for us is to develop, to be powerful, nothing more. Otherwise, if we continue being backwards, we continue being victims, the sacrificial lamb. If they prepare any medicine, they come and test it in our land. Because there are population in Nigeria. Do you know how many times they use untested medicine in human being? They come mostly in the north. They come, they bribe the northern governors, telling them that, look, we bring a medicine, this and that. They know. They give them money. Western pharmaceuticals. They give them money. They tell them, they use it, test. That is why, you see in the north, look at diseases. Some sicknesses you see by the northerners, some things you never see before. You know, it's all this time because of Nigeria that some of all these sicknesses we don't even know that is coming in our land today. Our people are dying like something that never happened before, because we are people that are trained. We grew up with healthy food. You understand? One of the most healthy foods in the world, if not the most. That is why Biafran, you are strong. Once you grow up in a village, in Biafran village, you are strong. You are healthy. But today you will see, sometimes he baffle me. They'll call you and say, oh, this person have died. You check the year, the age, not up to 40 years, 20 something. Just for, is it accident? No, he's sick. Just say sickness. My head, they fall, die. People don't know that all these things are what advancement could prevent. Sometimes you don't know what they even go up to test to spray on air. You don't know, you don't have radar. Who is watching our radar in Nigeria? Who develop? Any person, America Secret Service, Britain, European Secret Service can pass through the air without being observed and spray anything. And whenever you breathe it, you die. You develop one sickness. You go to pastor. He will tell you that it's one of your uncles that is that kills you. And the problems everywhere in our land. They thought check up innocent people. The only thing that will solve this thing is the restoration of Biafra, and we will work hard. If Biafra come, that is the time. Working hard. The name they call us Ndina Wambo. We start a Wambo. It will start. Because we need to catch up with the time. You understand? We need to catch up with the time. Nigeria is killing us. There is one artificial intelligent robot that was built by an Igbo man in our, I think in either in Anambra or in Imo or one of these places. Even you can speak different languages. Igbo, English, Russian, different, whether 8 or how many languages. Under the difficulty of the Sokoto Caliphate, we are still doing this. Talk less of when we have our own land and we govern ourselves the way we should, in our natural way, without interruption. Don't you see that we can catch up with the world? Don't you see that we will start building spacecrafts because we have the capability? Don't you know that? Nigeria is killing us. But when we say Nigeria is killing us, some people don't understand, because these are zombies. People that believe that once you have money, you have everything, is okay, as I'm driving nice car, I'm eating, I'm training my children, no problem. There is a problem. There are problems. Nigeria, Sokoto Caliphate is killing us through the Nigeria illusion. You understand? So that is why we are doing what we are doing. That is why we are doing what we are doing. We'll continue. I don't know. Bauchi Plateau communities in danger as armed group. Barbeli extrajudicially kill torture residents. All these things are happening in the north and even in the middle belt. All these are Fulani terrorists. Barbeli. There is no type of terrorist group you not see there. But the worst part of it is that they will come and start call, in the southeast, they are getting IPOB. But they are killing people. You hear it in Chinese television. The way I heard that television, if they give me dirty bomb, I'll go and put it there. Because these people, when you see them analyzing serious issue, you say, are these people human beings at all? Are they human beings at all? We must continue. In Biafra land, journalists will be purely independent. They will be feared by politicians, everybody. Independent. Not like in Nigeria where journalists are owned by politicians. Now, what changes do you think that will happen? When journalists are compromised, it's finished. Because journalists are the eyes of the people. The eyes of the people. Anything that happens, once you release it to journalists, and that is how one of the ways the politicians should be at their heels. You understand? Always they should be afraid of journalists. But in the case of Nigeria, they dictate to journalists what to do, what to say. That's why you go, you see them. It's very serious issue. The way they talk it. When they finish talking in channel television, now will be taken over and dramatized by all these comedians, and everybody laugh over it. And dead bodies will continue dead, be stone dead, frozen. Very pathetic indeed. Very, very pathetic. We must continue. The oracle rejected me, says London-bound man abducted by ritualists in Lagos. This is in Lagos. Somebody going to board his flight to London. You know, he was abducted. Benga Maxwell Ajayi, 40-year-old man, who was abducted on his way to Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, has regained his freedom because the ritualists said their charm would not work on him. This is what is happening everywhere, even in Lagos. No security. Somebody that will enter motor to go to travel, enter flight in Lagos. If it's maybe in the east, the channel's television we carry it is IPOB. It is IPOB. Very pathetic indeed, honestly. Governors responsible for political violence, IGP of police. Of course, we know they are responsible for violence everywhere, even in Biafra land. When they have their talks, they have people they work with. You see all these criminals, they know them. They work with them. They will tell them, go and do what you are doing, kidnap people. So that in order to demonize IPOB in our land, it is being confirmed by the IGP of police. Governors, they are responsible for violence. That is it. But when we talk it, people don't understand. When they unleash criminals in our land, so that we'll be busy, they will keep us busy trying to defend ourselves. No, it is not us. We are IPOB, it's not ESN all the time. No, people should be wise now. Our people should be wise. Anybody that come to you and say we are ESN, give us money. Please, what the people? Because these are the people sponsored by the governors, by politicians in our land. In order to, their aim is to demonize IPOB. Their aim is to what IPOB, to make us look like criminals. The way they use kidnapping, and when Masob, the thing that killed Masob is kidnapping. When they enter kidnapping, you know, hana gozie ego obara, ego kidnapping. I was in here na go aneke. As a principal officer, you have 10%. So a kidnap. So that is the thing. That is why criminality has no space in this hallowed IPOB. 63% of Nigerians are poor. NBS, National Bureau of Statistics survey. That is 63% of Nigeria. That is 133 million people are poor. You know, Tunda is the people that they don't know. They cannot eat 3 square meal in this modern age. Many countries have conquered hunger. Do you know that? They don't even talk about hunger again in life. Do you know that? But Nigeria are poor. A country with a people dynamic brain that if developed, but no way. How can you develop in Nigeria? No, nothing can develop. We are the Fulani. They are, they are hell bent on making sure that they conquer, even if it takes them 1,000 years, another 1,000 years to conquer everybody. Development is not in their agenda. No. Where they have people like America, Britain that they can run to, and they give them 50 million for election. Are they ashamed? They don't shame at all. What matters to them is conquest. To conquer, subjugate everybody, turn everybody into Islamic muton, into ships. So that when they early in the morning they wake, hey, sheep, so you rise up and pray. Everybody rise up. No, the control. over other subjugation. And that is why people are poor. No development, no sign of development, no policy by the government. Because, as you know, I preached it yesterday, our values are not the same. We want to advance, but they say no. No, you cannot advance. That is why I will read for you the Nigeria security agencies, all the Nigeria security agencies that are headed, they are headed by Fulani and a fraction by Yoruba. All the 11 security agencies in Nigeria, all are headed by the Fulani. Except two. Two is for Yoruba people. They are slots. And that is why if they go front, they go back. If they go front, one Yoruba nation, they will corner them and call them secretly. Make on take them easy. Otherwise, we will close Murtala Mohammed Airport and open Enugu Airport. Open Port Harcourt International Airport. We will close Tinkan Island, Tinkan Wharf, Apapa Wharf, and open it in Biafra land, and they will keep quiet. Now, I will case here, man. Akintoye we change voice. No, not that we want a better Nigeria. Not that we will not want to do it like Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu, those that are talking that want to cause confusion. Do you see how black people are? Do you see that? In order to fight, they are ready to, as long as they are getting crumbs, that they are perceived enemy, their brother enemy. Oh, foreigners will use them to conquer everybody. The foreigners will align with them. They think that they are doing their brother. They don't know that they are doing to all of everybody. You see it? Do you know the reason why Christianity had a grip in Igbo land? You know, it started in Abo, which they call Abo that time. But they ran away because of mosquitoes, and out of 162 people, that came, 1/3 of them died, and others, even just Boston, died 4 years later. They ran away until later they came. They came to Onitsha. Do you know when they came to Onitsha? Do you know what Onitsha people do? The king, he said, "Hey, I have seen people that will help me to defeat the Ogidi people, Ndioba, my enemies." You study history. When you study history, you because we are foolish. I'm telling you. The king quickly aligned and say, "Yeah, now I see," because the Europeans, Britain, they say, "We have gun, we have musket, so we can help you defeat your enemy." They saw their brothers as enemy, because that time there we are, these clannish wars. Onisha we fight Oba. Oba we fight Agata. Agata we fight Owere. Onisha, they say, "No, we have seen people that we can come." That is why the king they accepted Christianity more easier, in order to gain support from the British, so that they can help them to defeat their neighbor. Oh, is it not what you are doing today? What is happening in Africa today? And from there now they started, spreading Christianity in Igbo land. You don't know what you are quoting today. You don't know what you are being positioned, the program to be today. You didn't know how it started. God Almighty. Tomorrow we will be here. So, 63% of Nigerians are poor. That's it. In this modern world. No electricity. No electricity. In Enugu, one place, they say Enugu, 5 months they don't have electricity. 5 months. No, not even 1 hour. 5 months. Electricity no na lolo. Oge rocha so bira ka ototoro ya la ni. Only once in a week, 1 hour in a week. Chineke kwena ihe ọjọọ. I never see very demonic set of people like Ndi Nigeria. I'm telling you honestly. They are, you see, you are going casting demon this and you are wasting your time. The politicians, the people are the demons. They are the demons. You don't need to cast them, do fasting, fasting and prayer. For what? You are killing yourself. If you have poison, you can poison them. Poison them. If you have knife, you can corner anyone and kill. You say aloud because they are the demons. Why are you sending fire to Ikuku? Now whether you are again. They will come, they destroy everything. Look at railway line that Oyibo built in our land in order to be taking coal and be from Enugu, transporting it down to the sea. You understand? Coal from Enugu, transporting it down to the sea, to the coastal side, the Iguacha. That is why they built Britain built that railway line. And today, it has been dismantled. And no governor said, nobody said, everybody kept quiet. If not, IPOB shouting. You are going to do night vigil to cast out demons. You are stupid, even you yourself. The demons you are seeing is all these politicians. They are the demons. You don't know. Right from the local government chairman or anybody in political distance and any saboteur. People that are criminals in our land doing criminality against our own people. They are the demons. So stop wasting your time casting on known demons. They made you to believe in our castle. You are in for nothing. What are you fasting for? What are you fasting in our castle demons? That is rubbish. These are the demons that are watching you. They are the demons that are, making you suffer, suffering your life. They are the demons, please. Okay. UN condemns killing of humanitarian worker in Borno by a Nigerian soldier who went rogue. He's a Boko Haram in military uniform. He shoot and kill. After his bullet finished, he used knife. And the humanitarian worker that was there, he stabbed him to death. These are the people. All these things, you don't see them. If it's in our land, they will say, oh, he's an IPOB supporter. Owo Church massacre. How Kogi Governor Yahaya Bello pardoned the suspect on death row to use as political thug. You see, one of the people arrested for massacring in Owo has been pardoned by Yahaya Bello, Kogi State Governor, and he will use him as a political thug. Do you see abomination going on in our land? How they are releasing terrorists? Do you see that? But Nigerians, do they care? There's one thing I see in Nigeria. They believe that there are many populations. So the death of a few hundreds or thousands every day doesn't affect. No person cares. Nigeria is a place you live. You thank God you are alive for in the next 1 hour. Because anything can happen. If you are not crushed by an unstable container, a bad road will kill you. If you are not killed by bad road, one useless police or military koromfo Fulani will kill you. If they don't kill you, cultists will. If they didn't, armed robbers or fire will burn. You are going somewhere. Fire will just burst. One tanker will be driven by one Fulani Dangote trailer or tanker. We burst into flames and kill you. So Nigeria is a place, is a time bomb. Staying there is that is why they are religious. Sometimes I don't even blame them. But where I blame them is instead of them to rise up and solve this problem by themselves, like in NSAS protests, they will not do it. They will start going to look for unseen demon and Satan. No, you are mistaken. Stop fighting. Just like a soldier that having gun, you are shooting the air. Say you will shoot, I don't know, you shoot in the air. Instead of firing your enemy are the politicians, please. These are the people controlled by the Sokoto Caliphate. Okay, there is this news. Let me remain 3 news I want to read. Okay, beer sales banned at 2022 World Cup stadiums in Qatar as FIFA yields to pressure from the royal family. Beer sales in the World Cup that is coming in the next one nature. No selling of beer at the stadiums. Do you see it? That is why what I want to explain in this news. Do you see a country? When you have an independent country, you can make your laws according to your values, and it will be respected. Sure. Qatar is a country. Or Qatar is a country. You understand? It's an independent country. So they can make their laws as it fits them. As a foreigner, if you are going there, you don't need to impose your own value on them or your way of life. Instead, you go there, you respect their laws because it is an independent country. Now, in Nigeria, in the northern part, you go, alcoholic beverages is banned. If you do it, they'll kill you. They burn your beers, they burn your alcoholic beverages, burn your restaurant, and even kill you. But we are in one country. That is where it is alarming. That is where we always tell people to understand. We have testimonies of our people that are living. Somebody called the other day from one northern part of the zoo, whether in Kanu, say how they are living there. All of them, being Biafrans, are living in perpetual fear, living like slaves in your own country. Why not we have our own country? Now they have their country and impose their laws. No problem. Now if you are going to live there, you live there obeying their laws. Do you know that Israel today, not every Israeli, not every Jew come back to Israel? Do you know that? Do you know that Iran, Ahmadinejad, the former president of Iran, was calling for fire and brimstone against Israel, that they will annihilate Israel from the map. But let me shock you. Do you know that there are Jews, Iranian Jews, that are still in Iran till today? Those that don't want to come back to, they only visit Israel. And you know, when they are visiting they have Iranian passports, for your information. When they are visiting Israel, they don't go direct. They go through a third country. Now, when they reach Israel, they don't stamp no Israeli passport, no Israeli stamp directly in their passports. It will be in another paper. So that when they come back, when they are going back, they throw that paper, so that there will be no trace that they visited Israel. But they are Israelis, they are Jews, because their great-great-grandfather is in Iran. You understand? So it's not that if we restore Biafra, it's not a must that every Biafran will be in Biafra land. If you want to, you can be living your life in Kanu, in Sabongeri. That is not the problem. We are saying this so that people will stop being deceived. In Iran today, in many Arab countries, there are still Jews, Arab Jews that are living there, Jewish, practicing their religion, their Jewish religion. Even in North Africa, in Tunisia, they have Jewish community. They have Jewish region there in Tunisia. They call it Jerba. You understand? Not that they visit. These are people that have been there since centuries. Their great-great-great-grandfathers came there. So it's their land. They are Tunisians. They are Moroccans. They are Iranians. You understand? Yemenis. Egyptians. So they stay there because it's their home. But they have Jewish origin. They have the right to go back if they want. You understand? But But you are only in our own. They will deceive you. Say, once Biafra come, everybody must be obliged to go to and live in Biafra. That is a primary stupidity. You know, I call it primary stupidity, foolishness. It's not the truth. Please. If Biafra being restored, it means we have our own system of government. We govern ourselves in our own way. We have a border now as a country, as a nation. Now, if you want to live in I don't know, in Zamfara, you can live. If you want to live in Mecca, you know, the capital, Mecca, the capital of Islam, you live. If you want to live in Afghanistan, nobody will. Only you stay there. Now you know that you are a Biafran. Now you live and obey their laws. What is bringing us down is living with people that we don't have the same value, and they are bringing us down. They don't want us to practice our natural talents. We want to advance. They say no. They want to conquer us. Advancement is not in their dictionary. Now they start corrupting our genes in many ways, our characters, pushing us to have a custom of things that we are not accustomed, that wasn't our values. All these things before a catch up. That is why we need to run away from that place, please. So Qatar is banning the sale of beer in 2022 World Cup stadiums. All the stadiums, they don't sell beer. So if you are going there, be careful. You don't see any beer in the stadium. Maybe when you reach your hotel, you take your beer, because it's their country. It's a sovereign country. You see it. Nobody is against it. It's their way of life. Do you understand? That's it. So we must continue. Nothing is more than sovereignty, so that you can make your own laws and live according to the way you choose. That is what we are saying. Inter-society false army, Nigerian army says 8 people killed in Anambra community. We are innocent, defenseless residents. You see it? You know, the other day they tell you that they have killed 13 in they raided the army camp. ESN camp in Agata, and raided and killed. That is life from the pit of hell. What they used to do, the Nigerian Fulani military, they used to kill our people. They see the corner boys, some boys, even drinking, they will go around them up and kill them, and carry Biafra flag and put there, carry guns and say they are ESN. That is the new normal. That is the new normal. So everybody should be at alert. Don't fall a victim of your stupidity, please. The Inter-Society False Nigeria Army says 8 people killed in Anambra community were innocent, defenseless residents. The Inter-Society of Civil Liberties and Rule of Law Inter-Society has condemned the Nigerian Army's massacre of 80 innocent Igbo youths at Omo-Ona and Isuofia in Agota local government of Anambra State, who were labeled as unknown gunmen. They labeled them as ESN. These are the people they say they raided and killed 13 in Agota. You know, our leader said it. Brutai, General Brutai. Why is he general? He flew rounds, he flew jets and fire and invaded Nnamdi Kanu's house. So they make him general. He have fought. That is how Nigeria, the Fulani Caliphate, that is how they become general. They round up Biafran youths, Igbo youths, and slaughter them. And when they kill them, now they say they are ESN. They will bring the channels embedded journalists, because that is, I say, I hate that television. I hate it with all my energies. I abhor it. Not only hatred, I abhor it. They will call them Chinese television. Come, you see them. Anyone that is still alive. How many people? Did Nnamdi Kanu order you to kill like this? How many people have you killed? Okay, that time. If I'm seeing on a room, no these people, I don't know why Nigeria is still existing. Nigeria is a horrible, demonic place. Please, I don't know. They have killed. It's innocent Igbo youths they kill, slaughter, and they'll come and show. They have guns. They'll put anything. They say, "Oh, we captured. These are the guns we did." Video them. They wasted innocent people's lives. Very pathetic indeed. We cannot continue like this. Honestly speaking. Yes, Bade. That Alex Bade, yes. The Nigerian general that was killed, Alex Bade. Of course. Who talks about it again? Who talks about him again? That's Nigeria for you. They use it to do comedy. And the dead bodies will continue being there. He was killed in 2018. Yes, Alex Bade. They say criminals shot him, but Fulani, once they know how to happy bushy people. You understand? They know. But I will announce to them. They don't dare do anything to our leader. Otherwise, they said this guy, Erufai. He said, Fulani don't forget, even if 100 years. But let me tell them, Biafrans don't forget, even 1,000 years we don't forget. You see this crop of IPOB, Obi Purayenko, people don't know. Our heart, is not the normal Igbo man soft heart. Obi Christian, Obi Chuku, and now Obuge. Obi Prochukunka. You don't know, they don't tell you that. They don't tell you that. Going to the Bible story, an entity that killed the people by opening ground and fire come out and swallow people. You think, but he is a God of love. Paul shall say, Sheba po, Madioha Mwapokagishi. Obi Purayenka. If I don't know. 1,000 years we never forget. You see what we are keeping things in we know how to keep record. Anything we go and bring your record out. We don't forget. If they say Fulani don't forget, even if 100 years, a century. No, it's too small. 1,000 years we never forget. This crop of that is how we are training ourselves. Because we have been too soft. We have been too soft, but now we are reviving ourselves. We are reviving ourselves. So in the right direction to defend what we are fighting for, to defend the goal. That is it. So we must continue. Thank you very much, my brother, for sending me the name Alex Bade. Yes, I've been trying to remember the name, honestly. Now let me quickly go to the subject matter. I know time has gone, but before that, let me read to you the 11 Nigeria security agencies that are headed by the Fulani and the fraction of Yoruba. They are as follows. Listen. Number 1, the National Intelligence Agency, that is NIA, is headed by Ambassador Abubakar Ahmed Rufai. When you call one Rufai, do you see how they roam? Who hails from Katsina State? Northwest geopolitical position. Okay, number 1. Number 2 is the State Security Service, SSS, otherwise known as the Department of State Service, that is DSS. They say it's the basic domestic intelligence of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Okay, the agency is headed by Mr. Yusuf Magaji Bichi from Kanu State, Northwest geopolitical zone. Okay, number 3. Now I go be counting. Number 3, the Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA, is the basic military intelligence agency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The agency was established in 1986 and is responsible for providing an efficient means of obtaining military intelligence for the Nigerian Armed Forces and Ministry of Defense. It is headed by Major General Samuel Adebayo, who is from Ekiti State, southwest geopolitical position. Okay, this one, Yoruba. All this is what they always look, and they turn against us. They don't, that is what they look, and it makes them soft. Oh. Prince and princesses that are turned into servants, but they don't know. As in now, instead of us losing, let us take this, even if it is one or two, no problem. They don't know that without pains, a woman cannot deliver. Without sacrifice, you cannot gain. Do you understand? You want everything easy. It's not going to be like that. That is why we are taking it the hard way, going the hard way. You understand? So that is it. This one is number one, by a Yoruba one. Major General Samuel Adebayo. Okay. Number 4. The Nigerian Army is the land division branch of the Nigerian Armed Security Guard Services. It is the largest of the armed forces. The Chief of Army Staff is Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya from Sokoto State, Northwest. Okay. Number 5. We are Igbo man there. No, we are a German there. Oh, yeah. We are a Biafra man there. No Biafra there. Okay. But they will come and tell you, you are south to south. You are not Igbo. And you accept as a stupid, foolish, indigenous people. That is how they are. Very thinking backwards. Here we make you to think straight. The Nigerian Navy is the Sea Division branch of the Nigerian Armed Forces. The Chief of Naval Staff is Rear Admiral Awal Zubairu Gambo from Kanu State, where they don't have even no water, no river, northwest geopolitical zone. We have people living in seas, in oceans. No, they are not worthy. Rear Admiral Awal Zubairu Gambo. Okay. From Kanu State, northwest. Okay. Number 6, Nigeria Air Force of about 10,000 personnel is responsible for area support for the other divisions of the armed forces. The current Chief of Air Staff is Air Marshal Oladayo Ishiaka Amao from Osun State. Okay, this is a Yoruba person in Southwest Yoruba. That is Yoruba person, the two only. Now, number 7, the Nigerian police force is mandated to protect people's lives and properties, but are they doing so? Prevent, detect and investigate crime and prosecute offenders. It is headed by the Inspector General of Police Osman Alkali Baba from Yobe State in the northeast geopolitical zone. Nakwe Cheko, Nakwa Go, where are Igbo people, where are Biafrans? Nowhere to be found, but we are in a country. These are the people that when they go meeting, they decide what happens to everybody. We don't have any clue, no eyes, they are no representative, and we are staying in that country. The Nigerian Immigration Service, number 8, NIS, is a federal government organization responsible for border security and migration management in the country. It was extracted from the Nigerian police force in 1958. The agency is currently headed by Idris Issa Jere from Kaduna State, North Central Geopolitical Zone. Number 9. The Nigerian Customs Service is an independent customs service under the supervisory oversight of the Nigerian Ministry of Finance. It is responsible for the collection of customs revenue, facilitation of both national and international trade. The service is currently under the leadership of retired Colonel Hamid Ali, who hails from Bauchi State, Northeast Geographical Zone. Number 10. The Nigerian Correctional Services, NCOS, formerly the Nigerian Prison Services, NPS, is a federal government agency that operates prison. The Controller General of the Correctional Service in Nigeria is Haliru Nababe from Sokoto State, Northwest. The last but not the least. The primary function of the NSCDS, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, is to protect lives and properties in conjunction with the Nigerian police. Also, one of the crucial functions of the corps is the protection of pipelines from vandalism. And in rare cases, the agency is also involved in crisis resolution efforts. The NSCDC is currently under the leadership of Ahmed Abubakar Aldi as the Commandant General. He hails from Nasarawa State, North Central. Are you surprised? This is what we are. We are just like simply rats, chickens, in that Nigeria, honestly. See, you know, all these things, when you look at our political representatives, where they are strong, where they are mighty is killing their own people. Do you see how Kweremado now is forgotten in UK prison? Now they want to destroy him. If that is what he deserves. Because he want to, you know, he want to IPOB to destroy IPOB. Oh, because IPOB disgraced him in Germany. So on that I will not leave until I destroy IPOB. And is he living? That is why in Germany he's from Germany. From that episode in Germany, that is when this scam, this plan started with infiltrators, both in Europe and in America. That is from there it was hatched. Don't you know that? To revenge for you know, because he's larger than life. But he's now being locked up in UK prison. Who cares for him? I mean, the deputy speaker or deputy senate. I mean, speaker of the Senate, Nigeria Senate, Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'm all here. You come to point fingers to IPOB. People that are our land. Nature. You don't know that IPOB. You don't know that. You don't know that our Alamo come and Mirima Ikuku. No, with us. Because we are doing the right thing. You don't know that? And they come to Ochere Kanu. Okay, destroy IPOB. our leader will say, you are not born yet. You are not born yet. You know? That's why he is now serving, because that mojo from the Fulani Caliphate if care is not taken. You understand? That is why Kweremado is lavishing in UK jail, and the Caliphate now is trying to even bazaar his mansions, which he bought all over the world, 40, which they saw. That is what he deserves. Yes. Yes. Because he wants to challenge IPOB that he can do it. He's a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, where is that senator? Oh, he's inside prison that drug dealers and rapists will be calling you. Oh, Mr. Senator, how are you? How are you today? You're a senator. What about the president? Can you talk to the president for me? They will be making jest of him, honestly. It seems that this is where I'm going to stop, because I will preach this topic another day. Army of volunteers. I will preach it another day. Please, you forgive me for that. This is where I'm going to stop for today, because there is no need going forward. Our brothers have been suggesting to me to be making things very, very, brief. Because when you accumulate it like this, it will not. So let me stop here, please, for today. I will go into a few minutes break, so that when I come back, I will open the lines so that people will start calling in. Because I've said many things, although in different ways. But do not forget, tomorrow is our worship day. We will continue, please. Therefore, please do not go away. I'll be right back.
$1 was going to get to 1,000 naira. No. This country is finished, nobody believed it. And several years ago, 3 years ago, I came out and said that look, $1 was going to get to 1,000 naira. Nobody believed it. Security, I said it. And I told you that this government, the way they are going, after Afghanistan, it will be Nigeria. This government will surrender the Asor Villa to bandits. Are we not getting close to that? Schools are closing in Abuja. And people are keeping quiet. And they want me to keep quiet. And I say, no, I will not keep quiet. I have said it. We have said it, my colleagues here, especially Governor Wike have said it. We have all said it. We're in the same shoes. We know the challenge that we're having. Bandits have taken over. Fulani bandits, not just bandits. Not thief bandits. I know we have criminal elements, whether from thief or Igbo or Yoruba and all that. But the main bandits today we have are Fulani bandits from Niger, from Mauritania, from Ghana, from Senegal, from Libya, from Chad, from all over the place. And because they have chosen that they will take Nigeria to become a Fulani nation. Period. Buhari have said it. General Danjuma have said it. It's not just Otom that is saying it. So what are we talking about? We here in Tivland, in Benue State, our forefathers in 1804 stood against the invasion and occupation of Benue tribes and said, no, we will not accept it. For those of you who have chosen to walk and accept the invasion and taking over our land, may God bless you. May God help you. Because God said I should not curse you. If God were to allow me to curse you, I will say you are a cursed person, and God will deal with you. Just this week, 18 people were killed from my local government. Innocent people, farmers. I went to teaching hospital. A young man, barely in his 20 years, his 2 eyes were plucked by Fulani herdsmen. And they sent him a message to tell me that as long as I maintain the prohibition of open grazing, they will continue to do this. Another man's hand was chopped. He's still in the teaching hospital. You can go there and see him. And you want me to be celebrating Fulani men? To hell with Atiku and any other Fulani man who says I should. And any man supporting Atiku here and all that is an enemy. I want this to be known. As long as I'm governor, and except my people tell me that, look, withdraw from this. If you want to be slaves to the Fulani men, you can go there and be slaves. I can never be a slave. It's better I die than be a slave to any Fulani. What are we talking about? That more than 36 people were massacred about 3 weeks ago in Logo local government. That is where our senator comes from. He was there. 36 people, others were missing, so we did not know. And in fact, after he visited, a pastor from one of my friend's church went to the farm and he was murdered. His wife ran. We are here to bury him. I had to make money available for him to be buried next week. 36 people were murdered by these Fulanis. Just today, I didn't know, from Logo local government, that is where our senator comes from. 8 people were murdered for no reason. And then you want me to be laughing and to be enjoying and to be appreciating you for what? My tenure ends in May next year. After my tenure, you can do anything. And if you think you have any right over me, you can do whatever you want. I have written my will. I don't care about that. Nobody should threaten me. This is what my 5 colleagues here that decided to visit here stands for, and I'm fighting for. We cannot accept this. Agreement is an agreement. If the national chairman said he was going to resign, if a northern president was elected, why is he resisting it now? What kind of agreement is that? Do you accept that kind of agreement? Because you want to come and fool me that I'm a Benue man, so I should betray other people. Governor Nyisi Wike was the one who stood with me and accepted that national chairman should come to Benue State. All my colleagues here, look at them, Makinde, Ugwanyi, Ipasu. We met and they agreed. Their sins are pleaded because I said it should be this. You know, many people here, they will come and be saying, why should I be talking about a team man, Benue man, not being chairman? I cannot be a betrayer. I'm not one, and I will never be. What is the whole thing? So all these things they say about Governor Otom saying that he doesn't want that is not the thing. He had succeeded. And many people are using that to blackmail me, that I was the chairman of the zoning committee. Yes, I was the chairman of the zoning committee. The National Working Committee did not make me chairman. It was the group of those who were nominated to be chairman that made me chairman. And it was agreed in that meeting that since people have bought forms, let us allow everybody to contest. But once a chairman comes, a presidential candidate comes from the north, the chairman will go to the south. That was the arrangement. We're not in dispute about this. So all these lies that the national chairman is telling people about is not true. And I want you to know that Wike is not against Benue State, is not against the chairman being from here. After all, he's a title holder from Benue State. He's not against it, but he just stands for the truth. Just like MC Develop said, agreement is agreement, and it is important to keep to the agreement.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land, and today is the 18th day of November 2022, and Tatawo Obochi Orie is Orie Day in our land. So our lines are now opened, our direct line. Let me on the phones, please. I forgot to on it. I forgot to on the Wi-Fi. Our direct line is +1 213. Where am I having static noise? Let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to regulate this static noise, which is something we must continue, please. As I was saying, I was having a static noise which I don't know where it's coming from, but I think it's now I think it's now okay. So our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi.
There, what?
My name is Chinedu. I'm calling from Oka.
There, what?
Biafra land. Mazi, you know what you said about the advancement of the world. You know, myself, sometimes I'm thinking there may be a time when maybe internet will be rampant in the world. You know, everything will be run on the internet. Even this paper money may be abolished. So I'm thinking, what will be the fate of all these backward Africans? Because even to have internet connectivity in Nigeria here, it's a very big problem. So it shows me it's a thing of concern to me. And then, you know, for me, all these people that are campaigning for Nigerian, all these obedient people, you know, in our land, all these Biafran, that are obedience. For me, I see them as enemy of Biafra. And most importantly, all these celebrities, you know that almost 80% of Nigerian celebrities are from Biafra land. You know, all these comedians, musicians, and all of them. So for me, if Biafra is restored, and I don't think that it will be proper to give all these people a chance to be into entertainment in Biafra land. Anything concerning public, both MCing, movie making, because they are like fighting against what we are doing. So if we don't maybe do this, somebody like me and start a campaign to be eliminating them, because we will not suffer and they will come and be enjoying. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. What I was saying that is this: it's not, you know, like our leader used to say, we will not eliminate Biafrans because of the position they take. You know, that is why we are campaigning for referendum. You know, in referendum, there are people that will still come and say to vote for Nigeria. There are people that will do so. But if majority win, of which we will, now every one of us will still be Biafrans. That is the reality. So what is there is this, that everybody, we are all Biafrans. But there are those that are called in order to do this, champion this struggle. I'm telling you, there are those that are called, you know, in order to champion the struggle. That is it. If you are not called, you cannot do it. Genuinely, I mean. Because what you are seeing is not what they are seeing. You know, like all these comedians, you know, I used to yab them, honestly. Because they are also, they are part of the people that entrenches stupidity in our people. They take everything for granted. Oh, soldier shoot somebody. They will use it to make a laugh, caricature. Now, sometimes I used to watch it. You see, they make a caricature of, oh, if Nigerian soldiers slap you, hey, yeah, they glorify it. People will laugh. So that thing unconsciously, they are taking it. It is normal for a soldier to slap a citizen. So it's a normal thing. They don't know that this is a crime. They don't know that some other places, a soldier can be arrested by police. It's just he don't have anything extraordinary, unless in their camp, unless to go to war to defend the country. But in Nigeria, they have taken it as normal. Oh, all these comedians, they will come and make jokes. Oh, you see, a soldier will slap you, and you will turn around, and you will not talk until 2 days. Then everybody will laugh. Quack, 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 quack. So when you see a soldier, you fear. Oh, I beg you, make it know. You don't know that, they take evil, they take backwardness in Nigeria as normal thing. That is why whenever you see any zoo travel first, even the way he's stepping on the ground, you know that onyashi na zoo because they already disgrace no matter how educated he is, you will be seeing it in his online manifest direct in his body. I have a callers waiting, please. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Okay, it's here. This. Hold on. Caller on direct line. I'm sorry. I now discover where this thing is happening. No, it's my fault anyway. I don't know, but I will rectify it. Caller on let me see who was there first. Caller on Signal. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on Signal. Can you hear me? Please go on. Caller on Signal. Are you there? Please go on. Caller on Signal for the last time. Are you there? Please go on.
Sir.
There, Mazi, go on.
Can you hear? Am I coming out?
You are coming out. You have been wasting time. I don't know. You keep your phone and.
Am I coming out, sir?
You are coming out. Please go on. You have been wasting time. I don't know. Go on, please.
All right, sir. Mazi Nathan, good evening. My name is Mazi Fine. I'm calling from my location. Mazi, your topic this night is very, very short. It's very, very. It makes me shed tears. First of all, let me greet our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, and the all IPOB members and the HODs. My greeting to them. Mazi, your topic this night is short. I'm sharing tears. We Africa people are lacking behind in the development and advancement of the world right now due to the religion. Africans was a kind of trapped down by the religion. They use religion and they trapped us down. What I mean is this: I don't know whether this thing that is going on all the whole world, development and advancement in all the whole Western world. I don't know whether African people, African leaders are seeing it. I don't know whether African leaders are they thinking, above how they're supposed to think in the area of advancement and the development in Africa. That's why Africans are always, lacking behind and going backwardness. Only what we know how to do is just, religion. Spending a lot of time, spending all our time in the area of religion, while other people, Western world, are spending their time in order to make sure that more 50 years or more 20 years, people will go up, people will like to live in the sky, people will like to live in the moon, people will like to live even in the star. But it come to Africa. Africa is total zero. in that kind area of thinking and the advancement of the world towards now. Mazi is very, very in short, it makes me shed tears. But the coming of Biafra, we open the eyes of Africa. We bring the light that that have been hidden. We bring the truth that have been far from the human imagination in Africa. It's only coming of Biafra we make those things to be a reality in the African world. Let me just use it in that way. It's only coming of Biafra. Mazi, thank you for this your topic. In short, I'm always sharing tears. When I look behind, see that we Africans are backwardness. Where we're supposed to be, we are not there. We are only just selfishness. Only selfishness is only what is killing us in Africa, and religion. But no problem. Biafra will liberate us. Biafra will liberate Africa. May God bless our leader and bless you, Master Jonathan, for this your topic. May God give you strength. Now, we must make change. Africa must see a day, the light of the day. Thank you from here. Thank you, Mazi.
Remain blessed. Thank you. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Let me see again. Caller on direct line. Are you there?
I can hear you, Mazi.
Welcome to the program.
I should continue.
Go on, Mazi.
Okay. Good evening, Mazi. I'm grateful for you taking my call this night. First of all, my greeting goes to Chinedu Mazi, who is under the custody. My prayer for him is that the Almighty God will I pray so that the God will put every time that has been looking at he was kind to go there. We will not to see him. We will think to accomplish the work. Now I'm grateful for you said a lot of things, but I'm grateful for that topic. I came to listen to all talk, broadcast. I've been a lot of from there. There's one with this company. We learned that Fulani came in Nigeria. But I've not heard about the Yoruba people. And I knew that I did social study when I was in class. They taught us that Yoruba came from Egypt, that the ancestors of Yoruba came from Egypt, and further told that he lay, and that the new people was the spiritual of Yoruba. And Laptop was head of the Yoruba. So you see the civilization that spread through the whole Yoruba land. And when you look at what is happening in the country today, you see that the Fulani and the Yoruba, they just put themselves together, and we are now at the center. This current. Our leaders, the so-called in Igbo land, they don't consider us, don't think about our way, what they are about to be possible. You see, we said that the USA is an accomplice to what is happening. I don't doubt that. See all these politicians, they will get money, they will go and bank it abroad. At the end of the day, if anything happens, you will see those white men, they will be bringing the money again from the bank to Nigeria. They said the money was stored by so person, the other money was stored by so person. And that shows that we can trust one of them. What we're doing, what my every day is that God will miraculously give us because that's the only solution to all the problems we're passing through. You cannot hope on anybody on this side. Anybody you hope on, even the people say that way you see that people trust in man. Believe that one of these days, miraculously we will get what we want, and God will. I thank you for God will encourage you.
There were Mazi. Remember blessed. Thank you. Like our brother before last caller asked about whether the politicians, whether they don't see the advancement in technology. But they are the people, they are buying houses in America, in Europe, in Dubai, in Saudi Arabia. They know, they are seeing it. But they are greedy. It is this greed. You know, let me tell you, black race never are not enlightened yet. I don't know. One day I will give more, extensive explanation about the topic. This enlightenment. People don't understand what it means. You know, what the Europeans did, when they became enlightened, they awoke the population. I'm not talking about the politicians. You don't count your ruling class to care for you in the way of bettering your lives the way you want as a people. No, it never happened. People, we force them, should force them. It is the people that forces them. That is, when you have a number of enlightened people, that is where people we start awakening. You know, this issue we are talking about, religion, many people are being offended because they don't want to open their hearts about it. They don't want to be neutral and think and reason what we say. Listen, during the own European time, the people became awakened. Now, what did they do? They revolutionized and pursued that old order. Now, after removing that old order, what did they do? They installed a new order among the revolutionists. And that new order, they didn't leave it. It's not an easy thing. It's a continuous fight and process. They make sure they put up in strong institutions that will checkmate individual rulers or politicians. That is, once you are able to achieve that, it's okay. That institution, all those institutions will start checkmating everybody. Because human being is greedy by nature. He wants more, always more. He wants more. But the worst thing in Nigeria is that people are not awake. People are dead. When I say this, people I don't know how to explain it. People are still dead. They don't understand what it means to be awakened. When people are awakened, you have to shake down the old order. Now, from the new order, people will continue fight. It's not you stop for 1 year, 2 years, 10 years. No, it's a continuous fight to build institutions, things that will now checkmate individuals. Do you think that Joe Biden don't want to steal? Do you think that he's an angel? Do you think that maybe, what do you call it? Lustrous, the former British Prime Minister, that was there only for 44 days. Do you think that he don't want to stay there to become the Prime Minister, continue being there? But there are institutions in place which can never allow her to do her wish as she wants. That is, if we get Biafra, that is the first step. So that we build that in all those institutions, they will become independent. Whether you're a president, you're a ruler, you're a prime minister, institutions don't know about you, they do their job. Once you want to pass your capacity or your limit, institution, it's just like a saw blade, moving saw blade. If you go there, it will cut you, it will slice you into pieces. That is how it is. So you build strong institutions to checkmate the excesses of the human being, the people, the individual politicians, because they are nothing. A politician will come and be a governor and go, but after, the country continues. Rochas was there. Before Rochas, Achiku Denwa was there. During his time, he do as if, but after he went, and the state continued. After this one, we enter, after him, we continue. So that is that strong institution. Through revolution, you build it, not through the quagmire you are seeing in Nigeria. Please now, you see church, the clergy, we crave your indulgence now. You have a conscience now. Do for the people good thing. No, you can never achieve anything with all this type of pep talk. This is criminality and hypocrisy. You achieve everything by force. This world is by force. You bring up people by force of law through institutions. That is it. I have a caller or callers. Sorry, please hold on, Wada. I have a caller on direct line. Caller on direct line, please go on. Can you hear me?
Good evening today.
There, we'll go on, please.
Good
Go.
evening, my lovely father.
Go on, please.
Just want to engage you on a little question. Yeah, can you hear me? I'm coming up. Yes.
Go on.
Okay. Sir, please, I want to find out this group of people. You said people of enlightenment who need to identify the circumference of deteriorated society they find themselves, and these are the only people that can come up and clear the coast. Now, these people, do they? What are the prerequisites of these people? Is it something that has to do with characteristics of sacrifice, not sacrifice financially, but sacrifice of giving in their life? Because I remember one certain time Uncle Ikechukwu was telling us about the history of America. Talk about persons or people thereabout who locked somebody, waked up and locked every one of them in the room and say, if they to have to decide. Now I'm asking these people we are talking about that Africa needs to come up like being enlightened and to awaken others and emancipate us from this useless thought of God will come down from heaven and do it. Do we need those kind of sacrifice, or is it a sin to have such things, keep on preaching civilization and when a political right? But my question is those particular sets of people, like those in America who eat burger, standing out there preaching gospel of professors and all that, who knew that the scripture said something, it said 3 persons are giving talent, one hid it under. These people knew that we are suffering. These people have all it takes to build at least provide or produce, let me use the word, produce toothpick, even single toothpick in this country called Nigeria per se. Let's keep apart the Biafrans. Now, these people are there watching what is playing out. Would they want to die with those wisdom that they have acknowledged from the white people who confess that Africa is the starting point of civilization? Because when I look at your studies, I begin to understand there are so much idiots. Okay, 72 hours ago, I engaged with one of my aunties. Yes, I call her my auntie, but she's not my auntie when it comes to emancipation of people from their captivity. Okay, so this woman told me, say, you're asking me of Divine. Divine is in London. He's playing one academy. What of Flowers? Flowers is somewhere there in Birmingham studying now. I said, wow, at last you send them out. He said, yes, Nigeria is a place where dreams are killed. I said, wow, mommy, what did he say? Say yes, what are you trying to do? This auntie was the one each time I go to her house to help her out to clean because I do my hustle to survive here. Now, at the end of the day, she will tell me, I don't want to be hearing that Biafra radio here. I don't know what you and Nnamdi Kanu is doing. Causing problems, people are dying and all that. Yes. Now, today, you are testifying that Nigeria kills dreams. So your children are good now to study abroad. So we are here to lavish, isn't it? See, why I'm saying this is that I love it when you preach on this table and you tell them that this is no longer a game that you fight in the end. Because all of you, every one of us must die. Except we did not get this girl. So everybody must die. If they not die, Nani go kill it. I want everybody together. Kill everybody will die together. This thing is getting out of hand. Sir, I'm getting provoked.
I understand. When you are speaking, do not be excited. You understand? What you are saying, what you asked, I know you ask some intelligent questions. These people you are talking about, they're in America, they were in America, started awakening, enlightenment, this and that. No. When you are talking about it like that, it seems that they are superhumans. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is here. He's somebody with us. Radio Biafra is here doing the same job. Let me tell you, there are people that have the heart. Not everybody have the heart to do what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing. No, not everybody have the heart of sacrifice. Some people can have the capacity of when things are okay in their life, they can help to build. Yes, but there are people on the if it comes to another level, there are people that have the heart to leave even their comfort zones in US, in Europe, and come back to die, to fight, to die. Not everybody can do it. You understand? No matter the education that they know this and that, how to build this and that, but they will say, I beg, nah, you can die. Nah, if I die now. So this is the characters of people. When you see Mazi Nnamdi, somebody that have this type of heart, do you remember he lost his parents and nobody knew. He was still broadcasting. From time to time, he come and broadcast as if nothing happened until he broke the news. Do you see? Is it everybody that can do it? Is it everybody that can do it? Somebody that say he can sacrifice the whole of his family for Biafra. It's not everybody that can do it. So there are people that have this special grace. Once they have the heart, now that grace will follow them. That is the reality. So it's not something that is maybe Shakespeare's story. It is something that is with us. That is what we are doing. This enlightenment is about thinking. You reason. What we preach here, you reason. You say, sometimes you be your quiet, you say, okay, this topic now, let us reason it. You reason and research. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made us to be researchers. I'm telling you honestly. Sometimes he will come and say, no, everybody, bring your mobile phone. That mobile phone you think is only to listen to music. Bring or YouTube, bring it. Now go to Google. Dude, he was teaching us. Or your laptop. So it is something. This is that awakening is trying to stir up in us. Anybody that tell you that, look, Nigeria or Africa will develop through this established system of democracy until we elect one. No, tell that person you are lying from your teeth. You are lying from every part of your body. It can never happen. It will continue being like this till thy kingdom come. It's not going to be like this until people, when you put that spark of awakening into the, it's a virus. Once you inject it, now few people will carry it. As social media is like this, now you see people will be expanding it. As people are expanding it, others are hearing it and catching up. Before you know it, it will sweep the whole country, and that thing will fill people's mind, and they will come out on the street. They will say, just as the mindset we have, say, we go and die now. Once we have that mindset, there is no force in this world that America, they will see how people come out on the street, say, no, enough is enough. They will run. They will run. That is how revolutions are done. Once it's done, the product of revolution, it didn't stop there. People will continue. It will continue. Building a nation, a country is not easy. It's not a day job. It's a process. It continues, until, to the liking, to the taste of the people. People will build institutions that will be able to checkmate future politicians or future rulers. You understand? That is it. That is how, and it will be established. It will be taught in schools. New school curriculums will be established in order to teach new things like discipline, like just discipline as a course. You know, from primary school, patriotism. You teach patriotism from kindergarten. You teach honesty. Honesty become a subject from kindergarten to primary school. Honesty. That people now, you know, people will be born and imbibed in that revolutionary idea, and they grow up. Finish. That country is saved. It's finished. That's it. Caller on WhatsApp. Wada Miriam. There, welcome to the program. You have been waiting for almost 28 minutes. Welcome to the program, please. Wanda, go on.
Mazi Jonathan, good afternoon. It's all good. I always like to learn from other people's objection, from input. So, how are you, Mazi? Good afternoon, with all due respect. And I am going to invoke every protocols to the movement from Biafra land through HODS, DOS to the least one among us, to make my argument sure, because I have a whole lot to bring in, with all due respect. So my names are Marian Haider, and I'm going to again state I am from Umunoha. Umunoha is from it's in Mbitole local government in Biafra land. That's the reason why I'm restating that today. I've been saying it, but that's a particular reason. And my reasons hinges on two of my brothers that are standing their comments. I wanted to start with the second person, the third person before the last, but because of what the last person brought in so far, I want to start with him. He asked a question, and I'm going to address that, my brother, because I'm very familiar with his voice. I cherish him every time he comes in. He has a very poignant and serious question to ask, even though I will advise him on a lighter note to check his emotions. I understand what he's feeling. I feel the same way most of the time, but I try to control my too. So having said these things, I will address my brother, answer his question by saying, no. The people we are talking about, they are not educationally enlightened individuals. No, not at all. We must understand that. Rather, we are talking about people that are free thinkers. These are the people we are talking about. They are free thinkers. They are pathfinders. They are called disruptors to some people, because Nigerian government is saying Mazi Ahmadike as a disruptor. That's how they are looking at him. But we, from the positive angle, are looking at seeing him as a pathfinder, a free thinker, and somebody that tests the path. He stays the trend. He's a trendsetter. So that's who he is from my own perspective. From the camp of the enemy, they see him as a disruptor. But we must understand that disruption has two sides. You can disrupt, and you are disrupting for good things, and you can disrupt for bad things. But I'm not teaching that right now. So I want my brother to know that these are the people we are looking for. I don't like talking about my personal life, not that I'm hiding anything. That's why I made the statement again today to establish where I come from. I am not hiding. People can fish me out. Umunoha is a very, very, very small town. I'm telling you, you can walk through Umunoha under 10 minutes. Very small town. So every family is known, especially those who are prominent. So my father, most of the things you see, most of the way you see me behaving, I gleaned them from my father, late engineer Lawrence Smole. He was a civil engineer. These were the people that took over from Nigerian railways. That is why what is happening today is happening to me. But where I'm going, that my father was heavily in metaphysics. So I took after him. There's only 2 of us in my family. I come from a family of 8 surviving siblings. So there's only 2 of us that took into this line of thought. So it makes me, what I'm invoking this, because My father, when I was growing up, gave me the ability, the privilege, the freelance, the threshold to think freely, to argue, to be myself, even though in the era I'm talking about, because of recent that people begin to acknowledge their female children. My father acknowledged all his female kids. He never said us different from the males. In fact, my father kind of said of a debate where we competed with our minds. My father believes so much in what your mind could do. So my brother, we're looking at those people, and that's the kind of people the person Mazi is. Mazi is a free thinker. Mazi is a disruptor. Hamadike. He is a path setter, space setter. He's a pathfinder. That's how we look at him. So these are people that are coming. Once in a while, nature will throw them in to disrupt the norm. So it's only those who have been called according to the purpose, if you want to go on the religious setting, or those who can understand him or on the same reasoning path with him, can understand who Mazi Omadike is. So I believe I answered this question, hopefully. But let me go to the subject matter, Mazi. When we talk about what is going on, I'm going to invoke this quickly. One of the values of the Igbos or Biafrans, but I'm going to, segue strictly on Igbo culture or, who we were, my ancestors when I invoked that word, was this. Onye nwere mmadụ ka onye nwere ego. That was our mantra. Even as I was growing up. Why am I invoking this? Because this is one of the things that shaped my behavior as a person. Again, I'm going to reiterate, I am known in my community. I'm not hiding. If anybody wants to know who I am, go to my community, they will tell you who I am. So this mantra shaped my behavior or my persona. That made me that even though I was the first person from my family, even though I'm not the first child, I'm not the second child, I'm not the first daughter, the second daughter, or the first child. But when I came here, that thing shaped my mind, my thinking, and all I was concentrating, even with what I went through in America, was trying to make sure that my siblings experience the same benefit, which is freedom in America that I was experiencing, even through my difficulties. Today, as I speak to all of us, we are 7 today. I pulled everybody. So that is onye nwere mmadụ ka onye nwere ego. This is one of the core values we have abandoned as a people, as our values. Because even in, let me tell us this. I'm going to be quick again because this is not a program I'm anchoring. Mazi, even when you listen, you reference this, and I think it was 2 days or yesterday. When we listen to our social cultural behaviors, which music is one of the things that lead us. Music is one of the things, and social media today is one of the things that shapes a society and their values. All you hear about is boutique, which is just make money and you become. This is one of the disrupt that has brought us where we are. People are not talking about morals. People are not talking about being a nice person. People are not talking about being sincere. People are not talking about moral standard. All we're talking about, once you can make money, you have become one of the people that society must cherish. We must change this mindset. We have to, if we have to go anywhere, because if we didn't have that mindset, some of us, we will not even be going through the disruption or the distress we are going through in this movement, this project we call Biafra. Because it is the same thing that everybody wants to think about money. How much money I can make from the caliphate? How much money I can make from the politicians? That's what has led some of our brothers and sisters to deviate from all the teachings of Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu. Everything they had on Radio Biafra, they were able to have the mind, the gullibility to go and betray this young man whom God has sent for our liberation, even though we have been crying. They didn't stop there. They were willing for him to be killed. They are still working for him to be jailed, life sentence. So it's because of what? The love of money, because that is where we are hinging now. There was a recent, this thing I listened to, music. released by somebody. I'm not going to call his name. He's talking about that where we are now is Butego. That's the paraphrasing. That we are not talking about anything now. It has to be having money. So we must send this cultural mindset. But let me talk about the subject matter, Mazi, quickly. This is how I'm going to qualify Governor Autumn. I hope he hears this broadcast sometime in future because I'm not sure he's listening. I qualify him as the lone voice that is crying in the wilderness. That's how I qualify this young man. I don't care how anybody sees him, whether he's genuine or not. Because ask yourself, why are other governors, especially from middle belt down, not crying at the same thing when it happens in their communities? This governor stated, because I listened to that this thing you played. I listened to it. He said, I visited the victims in the hospital. He said that was what made him to weep as a man. He wept. A young man's hands were cut off. One young man, his eyes were gouged out. His life is impaired now because we don't even have a society that can help him out. But contrast that with Uzodimba, who will tell you, I am the one that sent the military to go and sack a community. And nobody is saying a thing. Contrast these two governors. They are all governors. One is telling you, I'm standing up for my people. I am in pain for what the Fulani headers are doing to my people. And the other ones are telling you, I am the one that is sending the military to go and destroy my community that I'm supposed to overlook. So that's why I call him the lone voice crying in the wilderness. I don't know whether it's going to get help. We are talking about a community, a country where you are guilty before you are even faced the court of justice. The senators are sitting there. They were put in place by the people if they claim they're doing democracy. But they're not doing that. They're only after themselves. From the local government to the members of assembly to the senators, they are all culprits of what people are going through there, including the ministers. Pastors, clergymen are being abducted, killed. Many of them. You don't even hear the Christians holding a rally, a protest, in conjunction with their leaders being killed. That is where I'm having a problem with somebody wants to talk to me or attack me because I'm talking about that no religion is instituted by God. They can't even protect as they want to protect God. They want to fight for God. They want to advocate for God like God has no strength. Whatever this God Almighty is, they want to advocate for him who they cannot see. They don't even know who he is. They don't even understand his principle, how he works. But they can't even go on serious protest, advocate seriously on their leaders who are supposed to be representatives of God on earth here. I have a problem with that, Mazi. Like I said, I don't want to hold this program. I have a whole lot to bring in, but I think I'm going to defer some and carry them on tomorrow because I don't want to look like a nuisance. But Mazi, I just want to thank you strongly for what you're doing. Keep up the good work. Yeah, the work is hard. When you want to reinvent or when you want to re-educate people, it's the hard work. Because what we're talking about has been systematic, has taken many, many years. So we are in for a long battle. But my guarantee is that, are we going to win? Yes. We must win. And it's through education to disentangle us from all these entanglements brought by the colonial master. Thank you, Master. I'm going to yield here.
Thank you very much. You have said it all. We must continue. There is no stopping. Stop. Biafra come. In Biafra, restore the Biafra line. That time, on Bidozie. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. There we go on, please.
My name is Mazi Michael Israel. Mazi Jonathan, honestly, I'm saluting you from the holy land of Biafra. And I also salute our Wada Marian T. Header that just spoke last now. Udochukwu Bikabia Madrege. Udochukwu Bikabia Madrege anyị. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Ọhamadike. Osisi rụbere azụ anya marisie ha anya. Chukwu Bikabia maga na-abago ume. Chukwu Bikabia maga agbakwa ndị BOS niile. Ndị niile ji obi ha na-eji ije a na-arụ na-eji ozi Biafra ka anyị hụ na anyị nwetara nnwere onwe. Udochukwu Bikabia ma duru onye niile otu unu dị ọcha. Ọwụkwa ndị ọjọọ, ọwụkwa ndị ekperima. Mazi Jonathan, you know that Awada was just speaking now. She asked a question, and what is the question? Why are other governors in the Benue? Why are they not speaking? In our own place, in the east, why are they not speaking? Jonathan, that is where we will all know that a black man has problems in the brain. And one of the problems in the brain is wickedness. You know, Mazi Alozie, Mazi Anna, your service in the Alozie program one day. Mazi Jonathan, honestly, black people, you see us, and the Caribbean people, you see Biafran people. Jonathan, I don't know the kind of wickedness that is in our heart and in our friends. I can't just imagine it. Because, Mazi Jonathan, if you look what is happening in Africa, and they come in Nigeria, the zoological animal kingdom, the burial ground, the graveyard. Because Mazi Jonathan, if not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if not for IPOB, if not for people like you, Mazi Jonathan, Nigeria needs to be destroyed. Because the zoo is worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. Jonathan, if you see the evil happening in the zoo, oh my God. Because why are the so-called Christians, you know, Mazi, why sometimes I used to get angry with the foolish members. Even their so-called Bible tells them that Christ, Jesus Christ, say the truth, speak the truth, and the truth will make you free. But I used to ask sometimes, these people that read the Bible, or how do that chapter, then they come on that place, come on. Oh, Mazi Jonathan, ndewo Chineke.
Ndewo Mazi. Udo Derege, ndewo, thank you very much. Caller on signal, you have been waiting for close to 35 minutes. Please, the platform is yours. Go on, please. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal, Mazi Okobatum. Please, can you hear me? You have been waiting for 35 minutes almost, and you are not speaking. Can you hear me? No. Oh, it's a pity. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Go on, please.
Mazi, I salute you, Mazi. Chinedu.
Ndewo,
Mazi. You are doing a wonderful work. Mazi, the lecture you just gave us this evening from here is very, very rich, very educative, very understandable and clear. Mazi, I remain Mazi Emmanuel. I'm calling from Paris. By the special grace of Chukwu Bikabia, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as the Paris Zonal Coordinator. Mazi, without wasting much time, I just have two comments or two issues to just comment on. First of all, is I'm not trying to deviate from the topic you raised this evening, but however, I just wanted to react on the topic you raised yesterday concerning the basic cause of the underdevelopment of a society, which you raised yesterday. Mazi, everything is totally clear that the basic cause of underdeveloping any country or any society in this very planet Earth is when you brought or people who are not supposed to be together, who has nothing in common, when they brought or forcefully brought them together, they will remain even worse. They will keep on killing themselves, and the foreigners will be busy, stealing whatever those nations has. Mazi, Nigeria and the Sioux country is the example of all those, the description you just gave yesterday. Because when you look at in Biafra land and in Nigeria in particular, we found out that our own land, the Biafra land, is a place where for a very long time, the people that we all hoped on, do you know that even Nigeria have swallowed Biafra land? This name Nigeria, it has swallowed us. Because why I use that the word swallowed is this. When you go to Biafra land, you say anything concerning contrary something to give us a breathing space or make our land better. Our people, some saboteurs will be against it. They will even set you up. They will even try, just like you want to better life to our people. It's like an instruction they gave to them. It's like a standing order that these people, even their common road, even their so-called local roads should not be built. Whatever good should not go to that very eastern region. So you'll be asking yourself, why are we always shouting Nigeria, Nigeria in the east more than the west, more than the north? You find out there is something wrong here. And Mazi, this evening also you mentioned the powers, that is the world superpowers, who has been discarding themselves, distracting themselves, trying to ignore us, trying to subvert us, subjugate us, Biafrans. When you look, you mentioned America this evening, and when you look at the America and the Western world, the value that they claim they are respected, they are, symbolizing around the world, you will find out that these very people, whatever they are, just like I don't know how to qualify them. Do as I say, but don't do as I don't do what I don't look at me as I do. Just whatever I say. If I tell you that God will do everything, just hope on God. But if I am busy stealing whatever you has, is just don't talk. Just leave everything to God. Mazi, you see, America has the power to stop whatever that is going on in this very world. But because of, only God knows that America has started from the beginning, started from lottery. They started by giving our people, when you go into Nigeria, the highest people that wins American lottery are maybe Biafrans. And they are doing all those things, selecting the best among us, sending them away from our land. Why are they doing it? They are recruiting them indirectly, just like the same way you described what they did during the Cuba, from the Cuba. They recruit, they start, our own, they have started it very long time ago. Selecting our people through lottery, through visa, whatever bonuses, they will be selecting them, picking them one by one. And when you go to America today, Biafrans are more in number in United States. And when you look at our people in United States, what benefits are they bringing into Biafra land? When I have checked it, out of 100, I can't recall. And our people are full in U.S. Navy, U.S. Marine, everything in United States. But all those our people, are they useful to us? Are they useful to our land?
Mazi, another question is, do they, a time in their life think about their people and say, look, how can I do something to save our people? What do we do? It's a very big question and responsibility. Just like when we go to the story of the Bible, how Joseph saved his people from famine. Okay, I'm here being exposed to technology, to the most powerful weapon in the world. This now where I come from. Look at how people. What should I do? What should I initiate? Can I help to do something in order to at least help my people, to save my people? This is a question they don't ask themselves. Go on, Mazi.
Mazi, do you know what they do to them? America will recruit our people in their marines, in their military. They use them in Iraq. They use them in Arab, all these Arab nations. These are Biafrans. These are so-called, most of them are Igbos. Most of them are Biafrans. Mazi, you will be surprised that this American Marine that is between Gulf of Guinea, that Biafrans will be there directing them. They will be using them, and you see, they will. What did they? You see our people just like ordinary 40,000 naira they are giving to them in military in Nigeria. Boko Haram infiltrated military. They are killing their own people. Imagine that America, once you become their military, even Britain, once you become their military, your account, your credit card is fully recharged with money. They will sleep you. They will be twisting you, commanding you. So you will see that our people who are in America, and who's supposed to know, who's supposed to understand better, who's supposed to come to aid, to help their own people, to fight for their own safety. They are there playing hanky-panky, pleasing the white people, trying to please them, trying to respect their own work, trying to respect their salary, what they are gaining. And why the white people are busy massacring their people, killing everybody. Mazi, it is very, very sad. Our people in America, our leader said that people in America, once they do this, our leader said that because of the rate of the people, our Biafran people that are there, even more than in any other place in the world. Our people have many in America. But look at today, are they aware that we are dying in our land? They are not. Or majority of them has joined, instead of them to look at the reality and face it, they will be busy chasing money, chasing who are where to make money, only money, only money, only money. Mazi, is very, very sad. But only my happiness is that our leader said at the end, Biafra must come. And it's only Chukwu Okike Abiama will give us Biafra. We are not looking at any body, any government in this world. There is something you just said now, Mazi. You see our rallies now. I think we have to be we have to be using only our flag and our hosting nation flags, because all these so-called countries that we have been using American, using all of them, thinking that these people are just, they are even more worse than Boko. That is it. They are even the trainers of all these killers that are killing us. And we are here praising their praises, praising them. What have they done? American ambassador, are she not in Nigeria? British government, what are they doing? But look at today, and we are here praising them, thinking that these people are just there for us, or we do something, but not knowing that these people are the real enemies that we are facing. It is time that Biafrans need to know that in this very quest for freedom, they know that we are the light of the Africa. They know that we are the only people that can checkmate them in Africa. That's the reason why they are pressing us. But Mazi, they can never defeat people that has made up their mind. Thank you very much.
Remain blessed.
It shall be well with you.
Thank you. Caller on Signal, welcome to the program. You call back. Caller on Signal, can you hear me now? Caller on Signal, are you there again? Caller on Signal, can you hear me? What is happening? Your voice
from my side.
Your voice was not coming out.
I remind your brother Mazi Celestine Ogba from the.
Go on.
Yes.
Go on.
Yes, Professor Jonathan, I can hear you loud and clear. I hope I'm coming out loud.
Yes, you are. Go on, please. Go on.
Yes, Professor Jonathan. Am I coming out loud?
Mazi, go on. You are. Go on, please.
Hear you crystal clear, Professor Jonathan.
My goodness me. Mazi, I don't know. Are you listening to the... It seems you are listening to the radio. It seems you are listening to the radio, please. You are wasting time listening to the radio.
Yeah. Now, let me quickly go to make my contribution, Professor Jonathan. What I want to say is strong institutions are made of strong laws, and strong laws are product of strong parliament. Sorry, the thing is, I'm thinking maybe I'm not flowing up. So, but now I know that I'm flowing out. So, let me just make it quick. So, what I want to say is strong institutions are made of strong laws. Strong laws are product of strong parliament. And strong parliament are product of strong product of organic by nature, that are made of people with common value system. Do you see, Professor Jonathan, what is happening to us? What is happening to us is that Funake is trying to institutionalize corruption. And why they are trying to institutionalize corruption, you can see that down here in our own land, what they do is to ensure that they pick people who have questionable character and questionable, that they don't have any integrity on them. What these people do now is to help the Funanis to undermine our value as people who can advance and develop ourselves on our own pace, because Funani knows very well that Sokoto Caliphate is supreme to Nigerian constitution. There is no enabling law that people can take advantage to develop themselves on their own, because the laws of Nigeria are not organic. They are pure illusions, where you have a kind of criminal code in the south and the penal code in the north. Of course, you know that things are not balancing. There is a kind of disconnect. So now, what is common in a normal, ideal, civilized society is law, and the law is supreme to everybody. It's a respecter of no one. It doesn't matter whom you are. When you err at, then you face the wrath of the law. It is only the law that makes it possible that people don't in the public offices do not involve in misappropriation of funds. So because those funds are made for specific projects, those projects are what will develop people advancedly. So, but it is not here. It is not so here, because we have a fundamental structure. We have a fundamental structural problem here. So that is what is happening. And to the side of religion, because we have a fundamental structure. We have a fundamental structural problem here. So that is what is happening. And to the side of religion, I do not coordinate because they don't have the charisma or criterion to be qualified as leaders. So I think they are just being naturally wicked, not representing the body of Christ or even the members. So, and I think what really was the root of those problems are because the religion that is embedded on us are not organic. Funanis who planted this religion tend to protect even the Muslim, not even the Christians that they planted in the southern part. So those are some of the problems, Professor Jonathan. But this job is a job that we must have to do everything within our reach, that we must have to execute it for the total freedom and liberation of our people. So we must continue. Go ahead, Biafra shall come, and we shall worship Chukokikabiama in every truth and honesty.
Of course.
May God bless you and all
you too.
From Professor Jonathan.
There were.
From here.
There were. Thank you very much. There were. I have a caller on WhatsApp, and you're going to be the last caller, please. Caller, can you hear me? Please go on. Thank you for holding on for almost 7 minutes. Go on, please, Mazi.
You, Mazi Jonathan. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, well, Mazi.
Thank you. Thank you. Greetings to you, my beloved brothers and sisters. Remains our strength, and we must continue to move forward on the right hand. Let me to go. I am calling from the blessed land of Biafra. First of all, I want to greet our sister. What she just said. You see, I continue to say this. We must continue to call a spade a spade. As our brother said, that they say you must say the truth because the truth will set you free. We are facing a lot of problem in our land today, and we have identified the people that put us into this trouble. If they like, let it be 200 years to come. We must hold some people responsible for what we are facing today. The extraordinary rendition of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for saying the truth. We know the people that is behind it. And that is the reason why we must continue to demand for them to obey court order. The HAUSA-SERVICE more here and the devil Omaya of Ebonyi State and the rest of the Southeast governors, alongside with Malami Rufai, the killers in the zoo, the best terrorists all over the whole world, that is terrorizing innocent people, and they are pointing hands leg of innocent citizens of the zoo called Nigeria who claim to be Nigeria. They are finding themselves in very difficult pair, and you all fail it when you go to set house. How they are converting 5,000 to 1,000, so that it's going to be very easy for all of you to steal. Shall never be well with you, because as you are laying this foundation of evil, definitely we are promising all of you that you must get it back. Release our leader, court order. Release our brothers and sisters that all of you are holding. We have in number, we know all of them. I grow my own. For those of you from this part of the world, don't, if you are listening to me, go and tell your father, if your father is a governor, if your father is a senator, tell them to innocent citizens that is fighting for Biafran freedom to be free, because you are going to pay. If you like, die. Your children will take the wages of the evil work due today. Mazi, thank you so much.
There, Mazi. There, thank you very much, Mazi. This is where I'm going to switch off the phones. I'm going to stop for today. Biafrans and lovers of freedom. What we do here, history will bear us witness that we did the right thing, honestly speaking. We are tired of, being at the bottom layer. Look at the whole security agencies, a whole Igbo race. A whole Biafra general, no German there, no Vivian man, no Igbo man, nothing. We are not. In Nigeria, we are not fit for. We are good for nothing in Nigeria. But Britain is taking advantage, because that is why he created Nigeria, to reap their benefits. That's why they give visas to doctors. Very easy. There is something, as I used to say, our people love the easy way out. We always love the easy way out. Oh, Britain is giving just when you finish your studies, Britain will give you visa, you go and practice, they employ you in London. And you think that is very easy. You make money, live good life there. But you don't think deeply the repercussion of what they are doing. They want to scatter us. They want us scattered and dispersed and destroyed as a people. You don't know that. You don't know that. No, you don't know. You don't know. It is high time we reason critically. It is better we build our own land and remain landlords. We are very proud. We can give a British visa to come and work in our land. We employ them, let them come and work, and we pay them salary. Not the other way around. We should be people with pride, very proud people. That is who we are, because we know that we can do it. We can catch up with the technological advancement going on in the world, only if we can govern ourselves. is the only thing. Now we can do what we are created in this world to do, to be the light, the rising sun. Do you think that the flag of Biafra being the same thing with the flag of a black movement of America, do you think it's a coincidence? No, it is not. It shows something. It signifies something, that we are, the rising sun. We are, the light to the black race. But even in America, blacks everywhere in the world. Britain, they know, these people, how we're gonna more. They know us more than we know ourselves. I say we can catch up only if we have a restored Biafra. Before God and man, we can catch up with the technological developments, advancement that is going on in this world. We have the capacity. That time you know that there are Biafrans that are dying to, dying to build a country. That time you will know. From all over the world. That time you will know. But to get it, everybody is here. Many people are hiding. But when Biafra is restored, now you see brains coming. You see what is brains. We are not created to be dispersed, to be, used as modern day slaves, slave workers in Britain, in America, to work. Anywhere you see a Biafran abroad, any parastatal that you see, people want to employ even Biafran because they work harder. That is the thing. It's natural. It's something that is everywhere. More than others. They work harder more than others. But we can be better. We can even work hardest when we restore our land, our country, for our own goodness. That is what we preach here. That is what we do, for you to think deeply. We want to restore our dignity, the entirety of our values, so that we can develop in our natural way with dignity, the same way Japan developed in their own way. That is what we say here, please. What we preach here is enlightenment. Do not think that one angel or one demon will fall down from heaven or anywhere and start preaching, enlighten, turn everybody to be enlightened. No, this is how it starts. You understand? This is how we started. In the case of Europe, it started by just a group of people. Somebody wrote a book, at that olden time, about two kingdoms. How that we are in a kingdom of human being, kingdom of man. There is a kingdom of man and spiritual kingdom, which you can call kingdom of God. Why are we here on this world? We are fighting for kingdom of God. Why? That is what sparked one of the books that sparked up reasoning to the European. They say, yes, why do you combine, all these things in our head? Oh, we are kingdom of God, but we are in this kingdom of man. We need to build it. That is what one of the things that sparked up awakening in Europe. As I said before, somebody's simple opinion, it will turn into other people's command. Before you know it, things start happening. That is what we preach here. We must restore ourselves back into critical thinking and reasoning, to reason like human beings without sentiment. I used to say, stop reasoning like a Christian, stop reasoning like a Muslim, stop reasoning like a religious person. Reason simply like a human being you are. Neutral, natural human being, as you're supposed to reason. And that time you see yourself, you'll be excelling. We want to excel in this modern world that they are trying to build, that they are trying to go back to the moon in order to build a station. From there they launch to the Mars. Have you thought about it? Where now they are trying to harness materials, rare earth, rare materials from outer space, from the meteorites in the space. That time they will tell you Africa, waka, with your resources, waka. They have seen it in other planets or in the space. the meteoroids. So why can't we reason instead of this money, hoarding money? Just as our sister said, what destroyed us as a people is they continue singing ibutike, buriwendo, erueche amanya gemechi, buriwendo, kaibiwendo, ibutike, imakwandiawo, I gebitike. Everything is about money. They diminish brain. Oh, Chinekele. Why talking of money? How to make money? Wisdom is relegated to the background. And the new generation, everybody wants to make money by all means. Any way you can make money, make. It doesn't matter. Do you see how people could be recreated? Do you see how we are recreated, being relegated mentally? And we continue pursuing things that we can get if we stick together and think as a people, as we are doing today. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is where we worship. Stop being used as a criminal. Stop harming our people, kidnapping our people that we should save. Our leader said it. The reason why he is in the DSS dungeon is because he wants to save our people. Stop harming our people. If you want to why not ibrike gile ndi fulani no na bush gakuha ga so hankodia. That is the thing. You understand? Instead of showing your power, being powerful, showing your power in against our own people, what does it profit you? Stop bringing ills in our land. Stop giving our enemies the chance to come and commit atrocities in our land because of just your greed. Your greed. Thank you for listening. From me, from here, it is simply good evening.
The land of the rising sun is a home of the Biafrans. The far of the eastern land is a promised land, a blessed land of the Chupa Biama. Ebeka unusi Biafra, Ebeka unusi Biafra, Gaimara Biafra, Gane Boso Kamiri, Agaimara Biafra, Gane Boso Kamiri, Biafra, Gane Waboke, Anijala, Nawama. Wana lemo kamna malombo, wana jumo, wasina Biafra natago. Chukwu kika Biama, onyanyi nonaka, Gamerani emama. Sampe, Waboke, Anijala, Nalanamo. Biafra baloma, ala Chukwu goziri, ala manamo, ala Chukwu goziri, the rising sun. Mgbe mbuka kwuru esi, n'ojihe matakịrị, o were aka ya elu, aka fụwa ya ụfụ wetuo ya, maka na ọnọdụ ga-adịrọ n'ikpe mma. Sọmpe, lee ndị ala adịghị mma, ndị zuru, ndị na-aṅụ ọbara mmadụ, ndị okwu ha abịakwala n'ọzọ ka ha kwatusu Biafra. Mana Chukwu okike abịa ma gị ka ị nọ n'aka mana Chukwu okike abịa ma gị ka ị nọ n'aka na anyị ga-ala ụgbọ abụghị anyị je nwere onwe anyị ụgbọ abụghị anyị je ala Biafra na-atago. The land of the rising rising sun is a homophobe of the Biafrans. The fire of the eastern land is a promised land, a blessed land of the Chukwa Biama. Ebeka unusi Biafra, Ebeka unusi Biafra, Gaimara Biafra, Gane Bozo Kabiri, Agaimara Biafra. Of the Chukwa Biama. Ebeka unusi Biafra, Ebeka unusi Biafra, Gaimara Biafra, Gane Bozo Kabiri, Agaimara Biafra.